Welcome everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It is Monday right now, so we are going to go ahead and dive into the recap right away. But before we talk about what happened this weekend, it's something that's glaring and alarming in the NBA world right now. We are over 50 games into the season, and Steph Curry is out of the playoff picture, and LeBron James is in the ninth place and in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. What does the NBA look like with both of these guys out of the playoff picture? I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. What does this look like, Chill?
It actually looks like it doesn't look like as bad a thing as you think it might look like. Because if you think about what's going on right now with teams like Denver, Boston Celtics, the Knicks, I mean, ratings will be up. Don't get me wrong, James does move the needle. And that's not to say that the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs, because I mean they are in a play-in tournament. But I think that the NBA wouldn't suffer that much if James didn't make the playoffs, because teams like Boston, they got star power. Milwaukee has star power. The Clippers got star power. Denver got the defending NBA champs. Oklahoma City got these young guys that are moving the needle. Minnesota, again, the Knicks. I don't think that this would be that bad of a thing if these guys ended up. I don't think that would be that bad of a thing if these guys ended up not being in the playoffs.
Ticket, how do you feel about this?
It is what it is. I mean, time for the old dudes to get out. You know what I'm saying? Young dudes need to step up. Young dudes stepping up. You see Shea and all these guys stepping up, doing what they supposed to do. You see the young boys coming out here balling. It's a changing of the guard. Sometimes it happen like this. You know what I'm saying? It need to happen. You know, you look at the situation, for example, with Dame in the Eastern Conference being a starter when it should have been Brunson. It's clearly time for the NBA to, and I think this is the biggest mistake the NBA has made under Adam Silver. Adam Silver has done things to keep old heads relevant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there shouldn't be old heads around. They should be. Should be old heads on the bench. Should be old heads that are on the conversation, but they should be promoting the league around the younger guys, especially the younger guys that's out here winning and out here getting it done on a nightly basis, man. I love what I'm seeing from Shea. I love what I saw last night from the young guys over the Utah Jazz. I'm watching this young boy come off the bench for the Utah Jazz, punishing Dame Dollar and them boys last night in the fourth quarter when it was on the line. I couldn't believe it.
That 40 in the fourth should have been 60.
Come on, they don't get no promotion. They don't get no promotion. And all we do is keep rehashing old dudes like Steph and LeBron and them, man. It's like, well, young dudes hungry. Them young dudes ain't backing down from nobody. The way that young boy did Dame last night, and they was disrespecting Dame. They was telling Dame he was old. I'm reading their lips and stuff like that when the camera's zooming in. Like, it's been a lot of disrespect. Like the old dudes need to go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, pay the way, let these young guys come up, man. I love what I'm seeing with Brunson. I love what I'm seeing with the other guys. So for me, with Curry and these guys, we say, oh, well, we need to trade Curry and move him. Nah, man. Let them dudes phase out, man. You know what I'm saying? And promote the other young guys. Like Ox was saying the other day, bro, it is a travesty, bro. When you look at what happened in Sacramento, bro, that's a travesty, bro. I mean, the guys made the All-Star team last year. They balling this year, they're fifth seed. You got two guys that's playing all NBA type basketball, and neither one of them make the All-Star team because you want to put a dude in there that was on a losing team at that time, like in AD. Come on, man, like that's not right. That's why the league isn't advanced. If David Stern was still alive, the league would have advanced because they would have moved on. David Stern knew when to move on to the next guy. He knew, okay, Jordan, this your time. We got to move on to T-Mac, move on to Kobe, move on to Vince. They knew how to move on. This new owner, he doesn't know how to shift and move on to these young guys. Shea should be getting promoted. Wemby
all right, Ticket. I gotta move on to the next panelist though too. So Ox, I gotta hear from you how you feel about Steph and LeBron as of right now, not making the playoffs. Is it bad for the league?
No, it ain't bad for the league. It's just it's the circle of life. That's how it works. We all seen the Lion King. Since you it was on top, now they're on the bottom. It's just how it happens. They're getting older. It's the new guy's turn. So it wasn't gonna last forever.
Mufasa,
you don't have no sympathy?
Mufasa ain't deserve to go out like that, though.
Nah,
Not like
Mufasa for sure, but sympathy for what, man? Like it's just age. Like this is not. They don't deserve. They don't need sympathy. They need praise for lasting this long and you know what I'm saying, being around the league and giving us giving us 2 great decades of basketball, GOAT-worthy basketball. For Steph Curry coming in and shaking up the league the way he did. I mean, the kid came through and caused earthquakes all throughout the league. Like, ain't no sympathy needed. I don't think I don't know them, but I would assume they don't want no sympathy. They just want to play ball until they can't hoop no more. This is a beautiful thing, if you ask me. There's no reason for anybody to be down. Even Golden State Warriors fans, LeBron fans, y'all should be happy with the careers that these two have had. But it wasn't gonna last forever. Nothing lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great time for the NBA right now, especially because LeBron and Steph are both playing good basketball still. They're still playing really good competitive basketball. They're both still damn near top 10 talent. So it's not like they're falling off. It's just that, you know, like Clay and Draymond couldn't last as long as Steph. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing for him. It's just like they're just better than their age shows, and it's coming to an end. But I think we still got a couple seasons left for both of them, especially Steph. I think we probably got 3 more seasons left for Steph. Maybe 3 more left with Bron. So we still got time. Like, we're still gonna be able to watch them play. But unless they make a move, or their teams make a move, or unless Golden State frees Steph like they should, then this is what we're gonna see from them for the rest of their career. But shit, it's a beautiful thing. It's no reason for us to be down or be upset. Even for the kids that have never seen the NBA without LeBron James, like, just be happy. You know what I'm saying? He had a hell of a career. Go shit for sure. Go stuff. My bad, y'all.
Top left. Surely you
was good.
think that maybe that this could be ugly for the NBA with 2 top 10 players not participating in the playoffs. Your 2 biggest draws.
I'm just trying to figure out why Ticket don't respect me.
I don't respect you because you capping for these young dudes, Dr. J. You Dr. J, and you capping for young dudes that's cheating the system. That's cheating.
I'm not talking about with no basketball stuff. I'm just talking about in general.
What are you talking about? I do respect you. What are you talking about?
I feel like you don't, Ticket, and for me,
speak on that. What you mean?
You know what type of reverence I hold you in, and you know how I mess with you, and you know how we get down.
How I don't respect you? Speak on that.
I mean, you got an entire playback stream shut down, and I'm just trying to figure out why.
Oh, you said I did, or the people that disrespect me? Is it so? We're gonna talk about this in public? No, if we're gonna do this in public, if that's what you want to do, let's do it. Ain't nobody gonna walk in your house and disrespect you, right? Somebody gonna walk in your house and call you anything outside of what you are, and you gonna let it happen? So I'm in here.
Is this your house, my house, or our house? Which one?
Well, listen, I'm doing the stream. I get disrespected. I respond. You want to come at me? Come at the people that's disrespecting me. Ain't that what they doing in the NBA? When the fans is violating the players, are they throwing them out now?
Ticket, but you need to point them out so they can get thrown out.
I did point them out.
Now,
hold on. I did point them out.
They
didn't get thrown out. I did point them out. That was my first time using the app. I pointed them out. I pointed them out. So since you want to do this publicly, you don't want to do no real man shit, which is pick up the phone and call me, nigga. It is what it is, my nigga. That's coward shit right there. Because you could have called me, bro.
All right, Ron. Hey, Ron, get him out of here.
No, on some real shit, man.
Ron, get him out of here. Ron, get him out of here.
Man.
I'm not playing these games. For what?
So who's about to get traded like that? Who's about to get kicked off their team next like that?
I don't know. I come in here calm to have a conversation about being repeatedly disrespected over somebody who I personally think the world of. They tried to cancel him. I didn't let it happen. Time after time, I didn't let it happen. Always went to bat for Ticket. Always loved Ticket. Always showed Ticket love. Always hit up Ticket. And then you go to a platform like Playback, and you got the owners hitting up the CEO, which is my brother, about some foolishness and nonsense. Bro, you don't do that on your stream. You went and blew up a whole app and then wonder why I'm checking you in public, because what you did was insanity, bro. I try to help you time and time again, and it just seems like you don't want to play ball. So what can I do? This is my favorite sports show on the net, on the web, with Ticket here, without Ticket here.
Anything else need to be said?
I was just trying to have a conversation with Ticket. Love him to death. I wanted him to stay and just have a normal conversation.
All right. Well, with that being said, is everybody else good? Chill. You need to air anything out?
I don't.
Mars, is it anything anything crazy going on in Europe right now that you want to speak on? Chat.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday today. Happy birthday, Cristiano Ronaldo. 39 years old today. Yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Man, better than LeBron at 39. Amazing.
Thanks.
Ops, you everything good?
Yeah, man, you know me, man. So I'm good. Life is grand. You know, you know me. I get a little anxious with confrontation. So give me a couple seconds, bro. Give me a couple seconds.
My blood pressure up a little bit too, Big Ox. So it's kind of like being on the court and two of my friends got into a fight, and now we like get right back to the game. Like,
I literally,
you know me, Ron. Confrontation give me a little shake.
You hear them gunshots, and you get to running, huh? Yeah, I know.
I literally love to get.
So I don't want to. Like I said, that's what this looks like. It's like two of my friends just got into a fight on the court, and then now we got to.
Was I supposed to walk out the gym after?
You might have got kicked out.
I know, but was I supposed to walk out after that?
Now, as a team captain, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, coach wants you to call out certain things. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you said, could have had a conversation. I don't know.
We do that. We do that in the team meeting, though. We don't do that in the middle of the game when 25,000 people are in the arena. Anyway, Ron.
Sure, that's happened before though. Like coaches and players have gotten to it in the middle of games. Yeah, you got to talk to the press, but sometimes it's needed. Yeah, players have gotten to it in the middle of the game. Sometimes it's needed, and that's turned seasons around. That's made champions when the ship was going this way. It's turned it around, and all of a sudden now they a well-oiled machine.
Right.
I'm gonna get a million comments on this video. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did this. Man, listen. In this world, you gotta have tough skin, and you gotta
absolutely.
You have awkward moments. You get canceled. People hate you. But if somebody's doing that to somebody I consider my brother, which I consider to get my brother, and then they come in here, don't address me, don't text me, don't do nothing, and then just try to act like that was normal. Nah, bro, I'm not going. And Ticket, you're more than welcome back. I have no problem with you. I have no issues with you outside of what I brought up, especially for somebody I've been rocking with for so long. And then I'm supposed to sit here and act like something like that didn't hurt me as I'm watching it. Like, bro, you're not just gonna keep trampling over me. You're not. Time after time. Time after time.
And I
so
spoken.
Back to the topic at hand. Time after time, I've seen LeBron James and Steph Curry make the playoffs, and I can't believe all four of you brothers are sitting up here acting like this isn't a bad thing. That two of the biggest draws don't make the playoffs.
Luka in the playoffs, Jokic in the playoffs, Shay's in the playoffs, Lance in the playoffs. You think these people aren't gonna watch the playoffs because Bron's not in it?
They're still gonna watch it.
So then what's the problem?
It's just
all you gotta do is view it. It don't matter. It don't matter if you like it. All that matters is that you turn it on. That's all the NBA cares about. Just turn it on.
You know what it is,
Chill.
Like you know what it is? It's like Thanksgiving. You pull up. You're looking around.
And what's missing?
Where the mac and cheese?
Nah, the mac and cheese is crazy.
That's Steph. But it gets worse. But wait.
You see how the mac and cheese was getting made. You're not thinking that. You like, that ain't gonna work. That's bad mac. And that's terrible cheese.
Definitely bad mac. But I'm like, and this is all Clay and Draymond's fault. But it's definitely bad mac. But you still can't have Thanksgiving without mac.
Nah.
What else?
But it gets worse. It gets worse. Come on.
Are you telling me that the mac and cheese and the turkey is missing? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
There's no turkey. And the thing about it is, here's the thing, Chill. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing, Chill. The turkey's still there. It's just in the oven, and it's an hour late. But
so it's
also,
overcooked.
That's okay. I'm an hour late. So that's all right.
But here's also the thing. You know who's cooking the turkey. And it's not really let me put it like this. The turkey's getting made by a man named Ham. Okay. So you know, like, hey, he's birthed a couple things in his life. So it's like it might not come out the way it should come out.
Nah, y'all not coming at Chef Ham like that. That's not what it is. That's spoiled chicken. That's raw chicken that we trying to force at this point.
Y'all need to cut down on your dairy consumption anyway. You know what I'm saying? Leave that mac and cheese out this year. You know what I'm saying? Cut down on your dairy consumption. We'll be all right.
What can we do? What can we do in the future to avoid stuff like this? That's what I want to know. What can we do in the future? If you got a problem with me, Shaq, and you need to deal with me, what can we do to avoid so in the future something like this don't happen? Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind. I don't mind if I need to be checked. If Mars need to be checked. If Ox need to be checked. If we got a problem, I don't have a problem talking about it and getting to the bottom of it right now. But there's a time and there's a place for everything. And what can we do in the future to make sure that stuff like this, because it kind of throws the. I came in here to talk about basketball. It's a lot of good stuff going on in the world of basketball. We had a really good weekend, and I want to know what can we do in the future to make sure that stuff like this don't happen again.
Well, Chill, has it ever happened before as far as from the standpoint of how many times and how many places I'm running out of time and I'm running out of places to have this conversation?
Right.
So if you want to publicly embarrass something that I started and I in with the ammo, quote unquote, that everybody's trying to give me that I've turned down to protect you.
Right.
And to say, no, I'm not canceling nobody. No, these are my guys. But Chill, at what point when we gonna play ball? Because as I repeat over and over again, people coming to me, companies coming to me, businesses coming to me. And it's to the point where what do I say to them, Chill? When they ask me X, Y, and Z. And it's not even a big problem because we are self-funded. So it's not even a big problem, but I look around and I'm like, something like that? The stuff that was being said? Like after we already had a conversation about it, Chill, what do I do? I'm being serious. This is my favorite sports show. And when I see one of the panelists acting crazy, getting out of line, doing whatever, that's jeopardizing for everything for what we built and what the viewers love, our community loves.
Right.
I'm trying to look out for them. But when does anybody ever, when does Ticket specifically have my interest in hand? Am I just here? Do I not matter? He didn't hit me up after that stream. He didn't say nothing. Then he walks in here, we're talking about the Jazz and all of this nonsense for the first 2 minutes.
So this is something that's, and if that's the case, then, and especially if you knew that, I mean, maybe we should have got to the bottom of this before we got on the air.
I mean, we've gotten to the bottom of it many of times.
And I feel like you at a point now where like you've had it, and I can definitely get with that. And the fact that you got to address it, which again, I'm going to say this for the people in the cheap seats. Anybody could be checked. If I'm out of line and I need to be checked, 100%, I will get checked. That's not the problem. I feel like it's a time and a place for everything. Yo, we had a great basketball.
I believe that too, Chill. But let's get down to the bottom of it. Every single person that I deal with in this basketball community seems to be some type of narcissist. They're always right. They're never wrong. They're always the greatest. They're always the best. I don't roll like that. When I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong. So when I come in here as a normal human being who's built this from the ground up with you guys' help, because I'm not here without you guys, Chill. You know the conversations we have. Ron, Ox, Mars, Dub, all of the guys. And if I missed you, I'm sorry.
Shout out
Fluent. But this isn't just something, shout out Fluent. This isn't just something where I'm coming in here like, no, I felt like I can't have a simple conversation with you. Why you got to be behind closed doors? Who did something wrong? You didn't apologize and say sorry to me. Where they got to literally do wild stuff after that stream. And I'm just sitting there listening to it in disbelief, and I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win.
So are we. We are.
Okay, so at some point in time, somebody got past the rock and play. You ain't got to get a bucket every single time.
Right.
Let's play ball. I'm trying to win. I want to be a winner. And we have the roster to do it. We have the biggest roster. This shouldn't be this hard. This is easy pickings, to be honest.
I agree. Hey, chill. We at the court with the Monster Squad. Literally.
Right.
Literally. I mean, we all know which Monster is who. We know which one Mars is. You know, like
Mars. We know who you are, Mars. Mars, we do know that. That's a fact, Mars. We do know which one of the Mars. We know if you ever seen Space Jams, Mars, we know who you are. 100% we do. No doubt about that. We know who you are. But
all jokes aside, though, we really too good to be going through what we're going through.
Right.
I'm looking nuts. You guys get to come on, get popular, get famous, go viral on TikTok, do all the get great take, bad take, and then when you look at the top of the pyramid, it's me, and I'm getting questioned every step of the way. So chill. If I made you feel uncomfortable, which I'm sure that you did, I apologize.
No, hold, stop right there. Okay, first and foremost, the great Kobe Bean Bryant told me one time, and I heard this, and it resonates with me forever. You have to be able to have those uncomfortable conversations. You have to be, because what's going to happen is you're going to run up on a team who's got a leader who's not afraid to have those conversations, and you're going to lose. So if I got something in my teeth, tell me I got something in my teeth. If I smell, tell me that I smell. Don't be walking around here like everything is good when it's not. Don't do that with me. I don't get down like that. And if we are on a crew where we're trying to move forward and things aren't right, then I need to know it, because I need to know what I need to do in order to keep this bus or keep this boat moving. But I always feel like it's a time and a place for everything. I was just caught off guard. That's all. That's all it was. I was just caught off guard.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a 10-day fallout, everybody reacting, saying what they want, or maybe not. I don't really care either way. That has nothing to do with me. It's all going to pass. It's all going to blow over. But for me, from Shaq to Ticket, you know how I feel about you. You know that I mess with you. But, bro, I got a family just like you got a family. And what you did, I felt, was extremely disrespectful to me as a man, to this brand, everybody around here that worked so hard, and you didn't care, and it was callous. You did not care. You did not care. So now I don't care. So let's see who can become the most unhinged. But I'm not even going to take it there with Ticket. Hopefully we can have hopefully now, I bet I have a conversation. Ticket, I'll call you now. Sometimes it's tough being a bigger man and quote unquote doing the right thing. So
Speaking on a subject, since we're on a subject, we're on a big man. Did you see that masterclass this Saturday with Anthony Davis defensively? How about that for a big man? Did anybody here see that? Right? Yeah, did anybody see that? Because the first thing people
watched that on playback, huh?
I did watch that on playback, and the first thing people will say is Anthony Davis isn't aggressive. Anthony Davis doesn't score the basketball. When in reality, the game that I watched the guy make it clear to the rest of the crew: you dudes score the rest of the points. I'll block all the shots. I'll rebound, and that's how we're gonna win. And that's what happened. Shaq, you and I have had the conversation. Do you have to just accept that this is who Anthony Davis is? Yes, because I've seen, 28 and 11. Okay, I've seen that, Shaq. That's probably the best of Anthony Davis. But the Anthony Davis you see today, this is probably who he is. 25, 11, 12, and two blocks. That's who he is. And I got to accept that that's who he is, and we can win with that. The problem is that our best player is almost 40 years old. That's the biggest problem that we have.
He's hooped out.
And LeBron's
hooped out.
Yes, he has. But we're not winning it with our best player being almost 40 years old. That's not happening. But the defense that they played with Anthony Davis protecting the rim, protecting the paint, it unlocked even more guys like Austin Reeves. I'm watching Austin Reeves actually call out offense with James on the floor, telling this guy to get to the corner, telling this guy to get over here. He looked more comfortable in the offense when he had a guy like Anthony Davis behind him, making it clear that, do your thing. I'll take care of what's going on defense. If these guys can have something like that on a consistent basis, maybe they can make some noise. The problem with the Lakers is they've had nothing consistently. That's what the problem is.
What did Darvin Ham do right this game?
I don't think that he did anything different. To be honest with you, Ticket. I'm sorry, Ticket. Shaq, I don't think he did anything different in terms of rotations. It just looked to me like those guys were just more comfortable on the floor. Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell, more than anything, with James and Anthony Davis on the floor. They just looked more comfortable, as opposed to in the past where, should I shoot the ball? Should I not shoot the ball? Should I do this? Should I do that? It seemed like they are unsure about themselves. Saturday night, they looked a lot more confident and more sure about themselves.
So what I'm trying to figure out, because as I'm watching the game, I rewatch the highlights. I'm like, is the pick and roll this easy for every team in the league? Like, I feel like every time they got into a pick and roll, it's just a simple dump off. I'm attacking the basket. If the big man jump, I'm just dishing it to my big man. That just looked incredibly easy.
Y'all dudes make this a lot more complicated than it really is. Big Ox tells me that all the time. This is not that hard. It isn't. It's not, Shaq. When I watch Anthony Davis in a pick and pop, 17 feet, knock down, we can get that whenever we want. That's not something that we got to work really hard to get. We could, especially when you got Anthony Davis getting switched on to let's see, when he getting OG Anunoby didn't play on Saturday night, but he's getting switched on to Precious Achiuwa. Okay, we could get that shot anytime we want. So a lot of the stuff that they run, when you look at offenses in the NBA, they don't really run a lot of sets. And a lot of the stuff that they run, we don't have to do a lot of extracurricular stuff to get action. Minnesota runs a lot of good stuff. The Warriors run a lot of good stuff. Miami runs a lot of good stuff too. That's why I don't understand why their offense isn't better. But in terms of the Lakers, they don't really run a lot of stuff. So the stuff that they do get, we could get that all night long.
Fellas, we got a couple $25 super chats. I'm going to go ahead and address this and handle this. Sorry, Mars. Your Highness Charles said, I like this channel a lot, but I'm going to say this. If the channel is gone for another 2 to 3 weeks, I'm not coming back. I want y'all to grow and become big, but y'all are going to need to make some tough decisions. Just keeping it a buck.
That's why
maybe I'm Darvin. I'm telling you, be honest with yourself.
That's really not funny. I wasn't supposed to laugh. It's really not funny.
I might be Darvin, and that's why I've been pushing that agenda so hard. Sometimes it's the players' fault. That's what I'm trying to blame. I'm trying to push it back on them.
No accountability on the boss over here. None whatsoever. Everything is all our fault. He got nothing to do with nothing that's going on, right?
Y'all didn't see the hidden agenda? I was trying to drop the breadcrumbs. Nobody picked it up.
All of it. I saw it. I saw it.
Chill. That's why I just asked you, did Darvin do anything differently, or did the players play differently against that win against a streaking New York Knicks?
No, didn't do anything.
Hey, I mean,
y'all gonna stop blaming these coaches, man.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Not everything ain't the coach's fault, Big Ops. Not everything. Everything ain't. We do have to start putting more accountability on guys who whack. We do have to do that.
It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to buy into each other. I do want to know, just real quick, we don't got to get too deep into it, but what was the big deal with that? A lot of people were upset, like, oh, y'all been gone for 2 weeks. This is whack. I'm never coming back. Like,
I mean, first off, shout out. Like, we can't, because this writer's block got me in a frenzy over here. Like, when the writers was on strike and my favorite shows just stopped mid-season, I was ready to fight somebody too. Really? That's why I'm like, damn, like, see, I'm pulling up.
You know what y'all need to do? You know what y'all need to do? I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Books. Oh, read a book, yo. You know
we are the books. What are you talking about? Read a book. That's us. We are the books. That's what we are.
Yeah, you can go on Amazon and get any book you want for $7.99. Barnes and Noble is in every major city. Get you some books, y'all. Read you some books. That's all I'm saying.
Chill and Mars.
That's what got
Chill and Mars are the encyclopedias, and they have great knowledge, and you learn something new every single episode that you can take to the barbershop, that you can take to your friends, and you can rely on Mars and Chill to bring that knowledge. And that's the amazing part of the panel. Now, L host, Ron, every now and then, buddy. Every now and then, brother.
Hey, I'm just the balance up here. They give the good takes. I give the, you gotta, it got to be balanced, y'all. It got to be balanced. You gotta get a little bit of everything.
But Ox is going on a run like how Dub did. About Mars, what would you say? When did Dub really tighten his basketball knowledge once he started listening to you and Low? Maybe about 8 to 10 months ago, and Dub got really nice.
Mars don't see none of that. Mars like, wait a minute. Mars,
everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Wait a minute.
Because Dub still got that viral venom in him. He still want to go viral on TikTok a little bit.
I don't know if tight is the word you want to use. Mars got that look on his face. Like,
all right, so better be careful. Double pull up right now.
Double pop up like a boogeyman.
Shake this whole room up. I know how he do.
My brother Dub. No,
right,
but Ox been cooking though. I've been finding myself agreeing with Ox a lot lately.
Like the most?
Who do I agree with the most out of everybody? It's probably Mars. And then Chill. And Chill has these black hole topics where it's over when they get brought up, like the Jason Tatums, the LeBron. I'm trying to get Chill to see the other side of the black hole, but that's tough.
I'm trying to climb out. I can't. I'm in it. It's too late. I'm just in it. I've been trying to climb out, Shaq. I can't find the ladder.
That's a long ladder.
I can't find the ladder. I'm screaming. I can't get out. I'm in. It's too late. I'm in it.
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm right there with you, Chill. That's how I am with the whole Trae Young thing.
He did have a whole hum 34-8 last night too, by the way, and that kind of just like ain't no big deal. He just
is it safe? Is it safe to say that Trae Young is pissed?
I don't know if pissed is the word.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna ask this question after this super chat. Jay Got Game said, I'm a Knicks fan, but I was extremely impressed with AD on defense, especially that double block he had, because Precious and Hardenstein go after it. Really impressive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, rim protector. You can make the argument Anthony Davis the best defensive player in the game. You can make that argument. I think he's a little bit more. I think he may be a little bit more versatile than Rudy. And what you got to do, Mars, is you have to start watching Rudy on the perimeter. He's a lot better than what he was 5 years ago. He's a lot better than what he was 5 years ago when he was going up against Terrence Mann, when they spread the defense out and he looked like a puppy in the end of the ocean. He's a lot better. He slides his feet more. He closes out better. He's actually in the passing lane on the perimeter. I watched him get a rip in the open floor last night. He's much better on the perimeter than he used to be.
Was he ever really that bad, or was it just a Terrence Mann explosion that made us exponentially think he was terrible?
I think it was the Terrence Mann explosion. I don't think he was that bad on the perimeter. I don't.
I was always defending him. So
the thing on the Terrence Mann wasn't even so much. I mean, he did get beat off the dribble a lot. It was just rotating to that corner three. You know what I mean? So it's like it was just kind of like who had two explosions like that. Remember Terrence Mann, and then remember Grant Williams had that against Milwaukee. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just they just got hot that day. Terrence Mann could have missed 3 of those threes, and there wouldn't have been no big deal.
And just so you know, Big Ox, Mann hasn't had a game like that since. Not in the playoffs, period. He has not had a game like that since. That's the last time he did that. So you haven't seen anything like that from him before he did that, and since he did that. You haven't seen anything like that from him. Mm-hmm. No, you haven't. But I know one thing about
I love Rudy Gobert's game, bro. Never have I ever disrespected Rudy Gobert's game.
I know one thing about them Knicks. They need Julius Randle. Eat it, Mars. They need Julius Randle.
I agree. Why do you think any positivity about Julius Randle? I'm just going to disagree. Yes, they need Julius Randle.
Mars,
the Lakers were able to double Jalen Brunson and make Josh Hart create offense. Of course, they need Julius Randle. I'm not about to disagree with that.
Mars, just because, like I told you before, you got to be careful because people take your word and they just run with it. So when you might not have said, you said he wasn't top 40. That was cool. That's not a bad take. That was a cool take.
Yes, Mars. It is.
Well, chill.
At the time I said it.
Chill. Look, get him.
I think I'm the last.
At the time I said it wasn't a bad take. It's not my fault.
I think I'm the last Julius Randle fan. I think I'm the last person around that still likes Julius Randle on the planet. I think I'm the last person in the world that's still rocking with Julius. I've been rocking with Julius in LA, New Orleans. I love Julius Randle. I always have. But this is my thing. When Mars, matter of fact, Mars, just the other day, I'm on a stream. And we were talking about some of the guys that you brought to light that people all of a sudden stopped liking because Mars said that they're weak. And I asked, well, what's wrong with
you? Get the list.
It's DeMar, Julius, and Killian, right? I went to the worst of them all. Oh yeah,
I don't even dislike Killian and James.
I went to Killian, and nobody could explain why they didn't like Killian Hayes. Now I was like, so you need Mars to be up here and tell you why? You don't know why. They don't even know why they don't like these players unless Mars is there to explain to them why they don't like these players. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Mars. You have so much impact on this internet, bro. You got to be careful.
So instead of focusing on the people that people hate for no reason, let's focus on the fact that Alex Caruso is getting praise, and Jonathan Isaac's getting praise, and Jaden McDaniel's getting praise because I was pushing their agenda. Let's be positive, man. I was pushing their agenda, and now people are praising them. So that's the good thing. And shout out to Killian Hayes for requesting a trade, man. He's trying to get back to France. I respect it.
Out the NBA? Is that what we doing, Mars? For real?
Should he be in the NBA?
He ready to go home? It's
Mars,
crazy.
that's double talk that I have a problem with you, Mars. Because 1 minute you can't tell me I do not like this person. Then tell me that they're the worst player in the NBA.
Just because I think you're bad, it doesn't mean I don't like you.
You're the ugliest chick in the whole school, but I like you though. I don't hate you.
Yeah, I don't have just because I think you're bad at something doesn't mean I dislike you. Like, cool, yeah, you're bad. It doesn't mean I don't like you because
he ain't bad though, Mars. You think you're the worst in the league. There's a difference. You don't think he's a bad player.
No. Killian Hayes is
the worst player in the league.
Killian Hayes is a bottom 10 player in the NBA.
So we got 2 players on the same team that are.
They had 3 before they traded Isaiah Livers. They had 3.
That's tough.
Why do you think they're 6 and 43?
Well,
they're bad.
All right, so the Lakers are done. Are the Lakers done?
No.
Done from what? Making the playoffs?
They got to go on a 10-game win streak.
I mean, they're in the 9th seed. What are they going to do?
That's not necessary.
In order for them to drop out the playoffs, Houston or the Warriors have to catch them. Do you believe either one of those things are happening?
No.
So the Warriors are done for sure.
Warriors are cooked, yeah.
They're
Warriors
washed.
Yeah. If they bring Clay off the bench, maybe they can revive something. But they're not going to. So yeah, they're cooked. But the Lakers, I mean, I don't think Houston's going to catch them. So I think I'll make the play in.
I'm gonna owe Ox some bread because I couldn't see the Warriors not making the playoffs before the season started.
Man, not just you, Chilltown. Don't forget, hey Ron, where Pirate at? I'm sure
him too.
I don't got Pirate's contact info. So
it's Stormy out in sea. I haven't heard from him in about 10 days, but he'll get back to me soon. He'll hit the land soon. Hey, Ox and Chill and everybody in here, chat included. Am I tripping for still, as of right now, wholeheartedly believing that Steph Curry and Steve Kerr are going to find a way to make it to the play-in?
Ron, get off that train, baby.
I'm on that train too. I'm on that train too.
But I just can't.
I'm on that train too.
Well, the first problem that we have is that you guys still see these guys like what they used to be. Clay is not what he used to be. Clay is a step slower. Clay doesn't fire that long ball like he used to. Clay doesn't defend like he used to. Draymond is in and out of the lineup. Not only is he in and out of the lineup, he doesn't distribute like he used to. He doesn't defend like he used to. Steph is still awesome. So because Steph is still awesome, you think that Clay should still be awesome. And Dre should still be awesome. That's not the way that works.
I don't know how the long ball disappears. Pause. I don't understand how that, I don't understand. I don't get that one. Everything else, you're slower. You can't jump as high. But on set shots, you're blowing me. And then you're trying to get tricky. As far as what?
It's just not being able to shoot like you used to. Or is it because you just said not being able to jump as high? Is he lacking some elevation on his jump shot where he used to shoot it at the peak? Now he's shooting a couple inches lower, or what? What you think?
Well, Clay's had injuries, so the biometrics of his body, something could have switched up. Like, that's always a chance. But at the end of the day, I feel like he's good enough to account for things. A whole season of shooting relatively bad or under what we're used to him shooting is kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy to me. I had that take. I had that take last week, where I said if he went to a championship team, maybe it could kind of muster up something. I don't think so, and it's nasty. I don't know.
You know what's nasty? What's nasty, Shaq, is you talking like Klay Thompson is a Bob Cousy era set shot shooter. That's not him. No,
yeah, he's doing a lot of things. He's doing a lot of movement.
And that's what it was when he was younger. That's why he was able to get those shots off. That's why he was able to fire him. He's not a standstill jump shooter. That's not who Klay Thompson is. Klay Thompson is shooting.
It's a lot of gyrations.
Yeah, it is the move. He's shooting off the dribble. He can't do that anymore because physically he can't do that. And Steph screwing it up for all of y'all dudes because Steph's still nice. So you think that because Steph's still nice, Clay should still be nice, and Draymond should still be nice, and Steve Kerr is still there. So this thing should work. Oh, it's not, man.
Chill,
It's
believe-
not
believe-
working.
Steph not slick either. He tried to hit a
What?
70 piece too. I seen that Steph. He tried that. He was thirsty for that too.
So
He about
things keep
shot
going in
50
this
shots.
direction, he might be next.
Who?
If things keep going in this direction, spiraling downhill, I could see Steph getting 30 or getting 70 in the next 30 games. I wouldn't be
shooting
surprised.
21 threes. Yeah.
Hey, but though, this is something interesting for me. I would love to see LeBron get, if I'm LeBron James and I'm his camp, because I know we're going to talk about that New York Knicks towel nonsense, where's Damo when you need him. But if I'm LeBron James and I'm his camp, I'm asking for a trade. If I'm really serious about being, if I want to be the GOAT, the supreme GOAT, I'm asking for a trade. I know, Mars, but I can possibly win 2 more rings if I have just a better team. I'm not saying that this team is bad, but there is better cores in the league.
Shaq, where can he go today? If to trade that,
It has to be a team with a lot of it has to be a team with a lot of first round picks. It may be one up and coming player.
It's always
Oh my God.
OKC. It's
You got
always
yeah,
OKC.
but that's nice though. But that's nice. But you're gonna have to get up.
Then you take
give
him
up
up, but then
Chet.
you take then. Oh no.
Ooh. Chet and 3 first rounders.
No,
and then
number
from
3
26.
and as many picks
No
as they
way.
want. You're not giving
No
up
way.
Chet, Shea, J-Dub, untouchable. For LeBron, who's on an expiring contract, no.
I mean, you gotta take risk. I mean, for both sides. If I'm OKC,
Nah,
I'm much
and
more value.
LeBron come and takes the ball out of Shea's hands. Nah, we good. Nah. We as
I just said if he was
OKC
serious.
fan, we good. Nah. We don't.
You
we
mean
don't
as a
want that.
future OKC fan? Because you about to be
Partial.
out
I'm a
Houston.
partial
Let-
OKC fan.
Let's
Like
make sure.
if Houston's not playing, OKC's my next team I'm paying attention to. So as a partial OKC fan, we good on LeBron. We good.
Just from
Go ahead, chill.
just from a business standpoint, Shaq, what do you think Oklahoma City would have to come off of in order to get
LeBron
in? Just from a business standpoint, what do you think they would have to come off? And don't think that you're getting them for a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack.
Yeah. It's gonna be so many. It's gonna be so many picks. It's gonna be a rebuild if I'm LA, and then that you still got Anthony Davis there, so you're probably gonna have to come off him too. If I'm LA, man, you got your chip. If you think you're about to win a championship with Bron and AD, you're delusional. Somebody's gonna have to break their entire body on one of these other teams that are better than you guys, and I'm talking about Jokic, for you guys to even have a chance. And it's other teams, OKC will walk you guys down as they are now, in my opinion. It go either way. And I don't even want to see Minnesota. So what I'm trying to say is if I'm LA, I'm going out to the market, trying to find as many first, second round picks as I can, try to come up with some type of contract, and I'm trading it over. Like, it's LeBron.
So your logic
LeBron
is blow
can
it
get
up
it
in
done.
Los Angeles. So the logic in Los Angeles is blow it up. Like we got.
I just didn't agree with you when you said that LeBron can't win a championship at 40 because I believe he can.
Well,
playing like this,
he wouldn't be the best player on the team.
That's where I'm at with it. I don't think I think his days of winning NBA championships are over as the man. If he was on a crew where he was playing with a bunch of guys and maybe he could be the second or third option, that's something different. But that's not him though. That's not who he is. He's always going to be the man. Always. So I can't see a scenario where he's on a team where he's not the man and he's trying to win the championship. I can't see.
So what does he have to change? What does LeBron have to change in his game? We're getting back to, what does he have to change up to be a second or third type player? Just because he holds the ball a lot?
The thing that he has to change is his attitude, because everything he does can segue into being a second or third. He's an elite distributor. He can rebound. He can do all the other stuff second, third, and fourth guys can do. He could do all of that stuff. The attitude is, I'm the man. And because that attitude is, I'm the man, he's not going to Oklahoma City with a bunch of kids going, all right, I'm going to take a backseat to Shea. I'm going to take a backseat to Jalen Williams. He's not going to Oklahoma City thinking that I'm going to take a backseat to Chet, who's the same age as his son. No, I'm not doing that. Absolutely
Chill,
not.
though. The thing about Bron is, and I'm not saying that it would be for the better or for the worse, but we've seen Bron play with Kyrie. We've seen Bron play with Bosh and D Wade. We've seen Bron play with AD and other stars as well. I don't think Bron, especially on OKC, I think Bron will let Shea go, and I think Bron will make Chet's life so much more easier.
Well, you've seen him at that age when he was able to do that, when he was able to let Kyrie Irving still be that dude. And in addition to him still rocking, he was still young and he was able to. Now he's at an age where like these kids, It just wouldn't. I can't see him doing that in terms of being a third, fourth guy. Even though everything in his game suggests that he could be a dirty work guy, he could be your primary distributor. He can be he can be your better playmaker. Everything in his game suggests all of that stuff that you need to get done. He could do it. Get on the backboard, maybe even defend in stretches. He's shown you that he can do that. The problem is that he still thinks like a guy that's the man on a championship team. So for him to get on, it's not like he's 11, 6, and 5 like Russ is, where Russ is in Oklahoma City and he's taking a back seat and he's okay with that. James is 25, 7, and 8. So that's the main numbers. So now I'm going to get on Oklahoma City, who is at the doorstep of competing for the NBA championship. I'm the difference here. I'm not coming in here going, all right, Shay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rebound for you. All right, Chet, I'm just going to be a distributor. No, I have an opportunity to win another NBA championship, so I'm going to go at it like I'm the man. I think the attitude has to change more than anything.
I know we keep talking about OKC, but even on OKC, on any given night, Bron is the best player. And on any given night, at worst, he's the second best player. So he's still gonna chill.
See?
Who on OKC? It's on any given night, Bron doesn't fall anything short of the second option. So
on
it's
OKC.
Like, yeah. I love J-Dub. I love Chet. They don't stack up to Bron.
Since when does LeBron ever like being on young teams?
That's number one.
He likes bets.
Since he got old.
The whole of OKC's team, like the main guys, is 25 and under. That's not
kids.
Yeah, but that's a really good core, though. That's like a really good core. I don't know if he's going to come in there and blow it up.
Well, we know young teams make mistakes, and from what I've seen, this LeBron James doesn't take kindly to mistakes.
Since when?
Did you not watch him against the Knicks? Anytime a player made a mistake.
No, but actually, did this start this
let me
season?
just walk back. Like he just doesn't.
LeBron
he doesn't
really,
have time for people to make mistakes.
And it gets
He's
compounded
really
now,
right
Mars.
now.
And now
Yeah,
they're trying to win and there's mistakes. If he sees number 3 in the short corner, not take a shot.
And I hate that I got to watch this in real time, and there's so much social media, so we didn't get to see this with other guys back in the day, but it looks terrible. And LeBron is my GOAT. But what he is doing with the Knicks towel, it's impossible for you to get that off. That is just like, you didn't feel any type of, like, you want to be in New York? How? Brian, what trade package is that?
If you know anything about LeBron, do you believe anything that he says when, especially around this time? I mean, he's the master manipulator when it comes to stuff.
Why though? Why
because it's great for TV. That's why. That's him, because it's great for TV and it's going to get ratings up. He plays for the Lakers and it makes it look good. LeBron James is not going to the New York Knicks. Hell no, he's not. He's not going to the Knicks. No,
I would love to see LeBron in New York, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He's not.
We've seen him in Miami. We've seen him in LA. He obviously did his thing in Cleveland. I feel like it would be like the icing on the cake to go up to New York.
Wait though, Ron. Yeah, I would love to see him in any situation that's better than the one that's in, because he has a 0% chance of winning the championship this year. But Mars, I would love to hear you, the PC calculator. What team can LeBron get traded for that would make sense for him to win a championship? Does that team exist? I know there has to be one, Mars.
Just
one.
I think you muted, Mars.
Logistically, there's no team in the NBA that can afford $50 million.
Don't tell me that, Mars.
Unfortunately, you'd have to give up one of your key guys. And then if you give up your key guy, like Golden State would have to give up like Klay Thompson, and they're not good enough to just add LeBron and be good, in my opinion. Unless you think Steph and LeBron gets it done, then they can offer up Klay and Kuminga.
What?
Steph
no,
Ron,
get this off. It's no way.
Oh my God.
That you guys
Steph and LeBron get it done.
No, they don't.
Right now,
if you think they give up Klay, Kuminga, whatever picks they may have, that's all they can really give up. They can't afford to give up anything.
Klay for Bron trade.
Does that get it done? because
they still got Andrew Wiggins, Mars. They still got Andrew Wiggins.
Or you can give up Wiggins instead of Clay if you want, but Clay's expiring contract, I assume, has more value. So I'd say Clay, Kuminga, whatever picks you may have. If the money works,
that's a championship team right there.
All of them, not whatever picks you have, Mars.
All of your picks. Maybe you give up Moses Moody and take back Gabe Vincent so that they get another young piece. Maybe something like
in there too.
Yeah, just whatever you have to do to
another younger player.
I believe in the playoffs. Chill. I believe in the playoffs. They will have a fighting chance, but the road to get there, if one of them goes down, is going to be nasty.
Right. What are they? 12th right now? They're 12th right now.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
They're in 12th place right now in the Western Conference, and I think that they are currently they're
only a game and a half out.
Yeah, they're a game and a half out the play-in tournament, which means that which means that Utah and Dallas, who I'm not good on Dallas, they have to completely collapse. With that being said, so Curry, James, this narrative would be disgusting because I can see right now, Shaq, he's running to another super team. Not only is he running to another super team, he had to
run into the person that beat him 3 times in the finals.
Oh my God, this is gonna be disgusting. Oh, I don't have nothing to do with this.
I don't think they'd view it as bad as KD, but it'd be pretty bad.
Even at this advanced age, Marge. At this advanced age, it would be pretty bad. Because the Lakers are actually better than Golden State. So for him to get on that Golden State crew when they're better than them, oh man, that would be
okay. Give us Draymond, and Steph, and we'll give you guys Reeves and AD.
They need picks for Steph. They should free Steph, but they need a lot of picks though.
Let me make sure I'm understanding you, Shaq.
You're getting Reeves and Anthony Davis
he's trying
long
to get
term.
Steph and Draymond in LA now. That's what he's trying to do.
Steph and Draymond.
Steph and Draymond for AD.
And Reeves and AD. Like, that's like slick fair.
That is
y'all built for the future.
Slick is the first part. Fair, no. No,
what's not fair, Chill?
No, I'm not taking Anthony Davis. No, absolutely not.
Hell then why you want him over here with my guy and you praising him making it into the All-Star game? But if I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'm not taking AD to build for a future because obviously your future's cooked. So you gotta live with.
It's not like he's really a future building block. He's
4 elite more years.
4 more seasons, I'll give him.
That's not exactly
4 more from AD.
Yeah, I'll give him.
He's already hit his ceiling.
Yeah,
that's not really future.
4 more elite, and then 3 more after that, where it's like
not everyone plays to 37, right?
I don't think he's gonna hold up that.
We've been seeing it a lot more often recently. It's becoming a trend now.
I don't know if AD
but not players who have been
the latest new TikTok dance
as brittle as AD.
No, this is me in my bag. Like, this is me just reaching for anything at this point. I'm just trying to make my man's team better. Pause.
Yeah, I think we just need to accept that LeBron not winning no more. He got 4 rings. Congratulations. I mean, move and prosper.
And that bubble ring, that was one of the toughest in NBA history. So that slick count for 1.3 rings. We can move on. Now, 1.5 rings is crazy. But 1.3-ish.
You won this ring under extreme circumstances. So
did anybody see those championship rings? Did they come out with like what they actually look like?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't. But I'm playing with 3 guys.
That's why.
I'm playing right now currently with 3 guys that were in the bubble, and they said it was insanity. But they also said that it was some crazy stuff that was happening because it's not enough security to go around that entire place. So PAX was moving. It was wildness. It was people getting snuck in. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I'm not moved by the bubble. I don't care. I'm not moved.
Are you ever going to drop a special, standalone special where you let all the cats out the bag and fill us in with all the juicy details? Yes, you.
Maybe
one day.
I don't know how comfortable they are sharing it in their relationships with the players that they were witnessing. But the NBA is crazy, from what I've heard.
All right, fellas. This is a good time for me to tell everybody to jump on the playback.tv app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you could go ahead and download it on your phone. Today, we will be on there
What time?
At
What game?
6:45 at 6:45 Eastern time, it will be the Dallas Mavericks versus the Philadelphia 76ers, and it will be an Ox party with JD and Ox. Yes, I didn't say a watch party. I said it will be an Ox party. He's gonna be on there. They're gonna do the first game, and then right after that, we're gonna do a carousel of games, weekend recap. It's gonna be me and my gridiron gang brothers, J Rob and Bama. We're gonna go up there and turn up, have a good old grand old time. You know how we do. But download the playback.tv app. Check us out. Also, if you haven't been to playerschoicemerch.com, go ahead, go over there, grab you a sweatshirt. DM this man over here. He might drop you a link to get a discount or something like that. But go check it out. We got some new fly stuff on there.
Big Ox, did you get your hoodie yet, Big Ox?
Nah, man, Ron ain't looking out for me.
Okay,
that's why I gotta wait till Ox get his.
I haven't gotten mine either. I just want to make sure we clear. So yeah, that is nice.
It might have just got intercepted, Ox.
It wouldn't be the first one that got intercepted.
It might be some kid in Idaho. See, I know you're in Portland, and it gets shipped from the East Coast. It might have been some kid in Idaho that just snatched the package. Now he's watching it like, man, I'm in Ox's big 6A hoodie. It's warm now. You know, it could be something like that.
Well, kid, if that happened, give it to your mama. All right, kid.
Yo, Brunson was on Clampies, by the way. I know we're getting off the Bron topic, but Bron was out there looking like yesteryears. Brunson out there, lights too bright. Clampies, 8 points in the garbage. I counted. I have those games too. I still had, but
wait, you saying that the lights were too bright for Jalen Brunson?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just the
That's
Lakers.
what it sound like.
That's what the Lakers. I'm not going to do that to Brunson. He's been absolutely going postal. I'm not going to do that to him. Clampies.
If they couldn't double team him the whole game, but it's cool.
That's kind of the idea, Maul. So you don't go off for 50. That's why we double teaming you, Maul. So we getting the basketball out of your hand.
Yeah, they scared. That's cool. They scared.
Yes, exactly. You've been going off for like 28 and 30. So
he's the best player on the court. Because he's the best player on the court. Yeah.
I just know Knicks fans, man. I know the Northeast, and I'm worried for Jalen Brunson because I know that Julius Randle is the only All-Pro that they've had since Carmelo Anthony, and how bad he was in the playoffs. They ended up tearing down his poster and saying trade him. So I know
not with Brunson.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about when it goes bad,
different.
and if he has a stretch where it goes bad and they end up losing a couple of games or they end up losing in the playoffs off the strength of him not playing as well as he could, are they going to be outside with pitchforks and fire like, yo, get this dude out of here? Because I know
I got a question for you, Chill. You taking prime Isaiah Thomas, the recent IT, or this version of Brunson?
I've always been a fan of Jalen Brunson. In college, he was first-team All-American. He should have been a lottery pick. He got drafted in the second round.
Player of the year.
Yeah,
he won two chips, right? With Villanova.
Yeah. Isaiah Thomas was a B player who had an A year. That's who he was when he was in Boston in the I think it was the 17-18 season. If I'm choosing between the two of those guys, I'll take Jalen Brunson over Isaiah Thomas.
Even if IT stays healthy.
Even if he stays healthy, I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Isaiah Thomas. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. I think he's bigger. I think he's craftier. I think he finishes at the rim better. I think he hits bigger shots. I think you could go to him more, not just scoring. I wasn't a big Jalen Brunson fan in terms of him passing the ball because I thought
all of this in 1 year, Chill.
I'm not in 1 year. No, not
the moment he started averaging these amazing numbers, the whole narrative. You didn't feel this way when he was in Dallas, and I understand you. I get that it's different, so I'm not trying to.
It is.
I'm not trying to nitpick.
But I did see. I saw glimpses of what he could be. I wasn't a fan of Jalen Brunson as a passer because I didn't think he passed enough. But this season, he's actually been getting off the ball, making better reads, getting guys more involved in the game, unlike he did in the past. So if I'm choosing between the two of those guys, off of that right there, I would have to go with Jalen Brunson over Isaiah Thomas when both of them are healthy.
I was just wondering.
All right, fellas, I got a bunch of super chats. This is the best time to go ahead and run them down, so let's do it. My man Greg sent through a super chat. Like your picture, Greg. Greg said, trade this fake king now. He wearing Knicks cows to taunt us. He's disrespecting the purple and gold. This dude came in here and underachieved and wants more props. enough. Send this dude packing.
Facts.
Hey, that's crazy. Hey, chill, you know what that is. You know they love you when you first come, and then all of a sudden they get used to the
You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. If you're a president in a 4-year term and you have a hell of a first year, let's believe if you start to plummet and your numbers start to plummet, you're getting packed up. So that's the same sentiment that this young gentleman is sharing.
So Bron deserves if they trade him, he deserves it.
I mean, I don't think you trade Bron, but all of this backlash that he's getting or receiving, and yeah, he slick deserve it. If we keeping it above, if we being honest, I know a lot of Bron fans don't want to be honest, but I just got higher expectations for my GOAT, and that's
Shaq,
just point
that's not
blank.
what I'm asking.
Even at this point, Shaq, even at this point where we are, even at this point,
bro, I was 13 when he got drafted back in 2003. I looked at him as a superhero. I'm sitting there watching the draft, putting all of this on his table, and he delivered time after time. And you're supposed to tell me now because he's old, I'm supposed to believe after 15 to 18 years, because the last 2 years is when it got shaky, I'm supposed to stop believing? I'm a delusional Bron fan.
Okay,
but at the same
long as we
time,
clear on that part. Long as we clear on that
but
part,
at the same time, I gotta check them because I have a responsibility to these young guys to not put faith in people, and that is it. Always get your heart broken. But he could have prevented it.
I hate to tell you this, Shaq. I hate to tell you this, but unfortunately, we all get old, yo. That's what happens.
Yeah,
we all get old, man. I know that you want to. I know that you want to still look at him like you did when you was 13. He ain't that no more. Unfortunately, he is not, yo. He is not what he was when you first saw him. No.
I mean, we got Anthony Edwards. That's my next guy. That's who I'm getting behind.
And guess what, Shaq? He's gonna get old too. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know, but that's a good transition for me. Like for the next 10 years, I can sit here and just push nasty agendas for Anthony Edwards. Hopefully he doesn't get canceled for anything. And that's my guy going forward. You just like your guys, Jason Tatum, Ron's is Trey, but he got off that train really fast and he switched over to Tyrese, which is cool. Ox has De'Aaron.
Yeah, sure did jump off that train, yo.
It was quick as hell.
I'm still on the Trey bandwagon. I'm still on the Trey bandwagon. I'm just here to acknowledge that there's a point guard that's better than him. That's all. That's it. I still rock with Trey.
It's nasty.
I still rock with Trey.
And Bobby, Shaq, you talking about over in 1 year. This thing with Trey, Ron has been pushing this for over a year. Then all of a sudden, Tyrese Halliburton shows up, and in 8 weeks, he just laps him. 8 weeks, that's it. He just laps him.
Ron seen the writing on the wall, like Ron seen the writing on the wall, and I can respect that. Respect that.
I got to learn how to be more like Mars than Ron. Y'all move quick. Mars is already lining up OKC. You just got to Houston, Mars.
Mars keeps no ties.
I feel more comfortable displaying no loyalty to teams because I'm not from America. So it's like I have no reason to stay loyal to these.
Yeah, but you were nasty.
Why do I have ties to Houston? Like it's like
Mars not sentimental at all.
When he first got off the boat, when Mars first got off the boat and touched soil in the States, I'm talking about in the NBA terms, he was the ultimate Golden State Warriors fan. And now all of a sudden, the way you switched on them,
I seen the writing.
I'm nervous.
I tried telling people Klay Thompson's washed. Everyone wanted to be like, nah, he not washed. Give him time.
I'm personally
impressed. Now look at him. Can't play basketball.
Yeah, Mars, that was no shade, Mars. I'm impressed because you move quick, bro. You move quick.
I have no reason. I never switched on Klay. I always told you he's overrated, but now he's just bad. So
I love Klay. I can't believe.
Shout out to Klay though, Hall of Famer for sure, but he's washed.
I was backing Klay for the first 2 months this year. I was backing Klay. I'm done with that.
What got you off that train, Big Ox?
Nothing changed. I'm waiting for it to change. It just didn't change. Like, I mean, chill. I'm not a dummy. Like, eventually it's just like, all right. I thought it was. Still love you, Klay, but
yeah, he just ain't got it no more. He just ain't got it no more. And
then it was just kind of his reactions to it. It was like, I understand you playing the role of like, okay, I'm confident, I'm super confident, but the way he was going about it, you can tell you could tell when a guy's
It's
like
fake confidence. He's not.
Yeah,
confident.
you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell, you can even tell just by body language.
So he looks
demeanor, and the way they
defeated.
talk. Yeah, you can tell that he's not trying to blow it off. He's trying to convince himself, like, oh, I don't care about that. I'm still got it. Like Clay, I don't hear it in you. You know, you can hear it in his voice. Like Clay, it's okay though. Clay, you've had a hell of a career.
Hall of Fame.
First ballot. But you know what I'm saying? The injuries will do that to you, Clay. Like, hey.
I will have what I used
takes
to
to come
have.
back from those injuries back to back, just to even play. So, like, I mean, you get credit for that, but we can also be honest and say
when he tore his ACL, went down, came back out, shot the free throws, tried to get back on defense. It was, that was, he's a beast, but it's just not happening, Clay. Sorry.
All right, y'all. Super chat from SR Big.
Damn, Ron.
The Kings got 3 more wins than the
Yeah,
Lakers.
Mike's going crazy right now.
Is
Go
it?
ahead, Ron.
I'm good.
No, you good.
The Kings got 3 more wins than the Lakers. Stop trying to tell me Sabonis should have been an all-star over a clearly better player.
you have 6 less losses too.
Okay.
But I guess.
Is Anthony Davis clearly better than Sabonis? I think he's better than him, but clearly better?
Yes.
I do think he's better than him, Miles. I won't argue that. I 100% believe that Anthony Davis is better than Sabonis. 100%. But clearly better? Like, it's not even a conversation?
It depends what team, what situation.
Basketball. Yes, he's better. Yes.
He's better at basketball than
Was David Robinson better than Rick Smits?
The best ability is availability.
Oh no! What? Hold on. We're not doing that. Like I wasn't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I like to let
AD's been
people
available.
thing going, but it's not David Robinson or Rick Smith. Like we're not doing that.
Rick Smith was an all-star big. Rick Smith.
I don't care what he was. There's a gap. There's a clear gap between David Robinson and Rick Smith.
Sabonis better than Rick Smith.
Yes, Sabonis is better than Rick Smith.
Yes, he is.
So why I hear Rick Smith's name get brought up when we talking about the golden era of bigs?
Because he was a good big, but he's not like. Come on, bro.
This is the golden era of bigs.
First of all, there's 2 things. There's two things we're gonna do. First of all, let's get 2 things straight. First of all, AD's not better than David Robinson. First,
for sure.
Second of all, Rick Smith, Domantas Sabonis is better than Rick Smith. The gap is a lot closer. That's all I'm saying. That was a crazy comparison you just tried to put together right there.
One was clearly better than that, and the same thing with Sabonis.
That's fine. That's fine.
AD is clearly better than Sabonis.
That's fine. I mean,
Tony Tone, leave him alone. What up, brother?
What up?
What up, Tony?
I heard availability is the greatest ability. So Jay, would you say that you are asking players?
You know what it is? To give you one more day.
To give you one more day? Is that what you're asking?
I thought that was an alien invasion.
Yeah, not even one more day. How about just days? That's what I'm asking for. Not just one more day, Tone. How about days?
It don't sound like how you think it is on our end. I bet it's clear as hell on your end.
That sounded terrible.
I thought we was going back in time. It sounded like the 60s.
Okay. I have to clean up that audio. It's tough to find that audio clean. I got to be honest. Everyone's like sliced it and diced it and reused it a million times. Whew.
Fluent pulled up in the DeLorean.
Hell yeah.
Fluent and chill. Speaking of going back in time,
every time I do a live game, it's the double overtime. That's what the hell I want to know.
Hey, if y'all could go back in time to any season, fluent and chill, what season would it be to relive? But you don't know what's gonna happen. But you know you're going back in time, and as of right now, you can look back in hindsight like, yo, that was one of the best seasons I ever.
That's a good question.
91-92 season. The 1991-92 season. I think that was the best version of Jordan. The Knicks were becoming who they were. Cleveland was still really good. Barkley was on his way out of Philadelphia. They was basically treating him like any other player today, where they was just wasting him. The NBA was fantastic at that time. Yes, the 91-92 season. If I could go back in time to any season, that was a great season.
What made it so great, though? Just like the players, were there any narratives like that were being pushed for certain players and teams?
Well, think about this. It was the changing of the guard. So Magic had just lost to Jordan in the finals. The Bulls were now becoming that team that, like what you see with the Lakers, in 2000 with Shaq and Kobe, when I was watching them when they won that NBA championship against Indiana, I looked at that crew and I thought to myself, all right, these dudes are going to be around for a while. That's how I felt about the Bulls when they won it in 91. I was thinking, all right, this crew is going to be around for a while. And I was looking at the other teams in the league that were coming up that could possibly challenge them, like the Knicks, like Cleveland in the Western Conference with Drexler in Portland. Olajuwon was, even though they didn't make the playoffs in 92, but Olajuwon in the Rockets, it was just a lot. The competition was awesome. I didn't anticipate Magic having to retire, but that's what that happened. But ultimately, I just felt like the league was in a really good space during that time, a really good space.
I have two answers. The first one, Mars just stole in the chat. That was going to be my answer. I want to go watch that fraudulent 100-point game so that I can show you all. Like, my cell phone back with me and record it and count every bucket and show you that never happened. And then number two, I'd like to go back and watch. I think it's like 47 and see how the hell Joe Falk led the league in scoring, shooting 22% from the field. I'd love to see that first season.
He got enough shots up. That's what it was. He got enough shots up.
22% leads the league in scoring. Yeah, no. But 62 is the right answer. I want to see that. I want to prove that never happened. Hell yeah.
Fluent, but I just want to see. I just want to know what is your claims that the 100 game never happened. I'm not saying it did.
I'm not saying no. I'm on the fence. It was incorrectly scored, or it was fixed. It was
either or now, Fluent. So first you were so set on one thing. Now you just don't. Now you
no.
Because he don't even think Chamberlain is a real person.
Because ever since Carmelo came out that he has the footage.
No, I scared. You saw the bet.
Oh, okay.
$2 million if he could show me footage, and we're never going to see it. No. When I say one of two, they're both the same. It's either the scorekeepers just got it wrong because it's impossible to keep track when the team scores 300 points and you have one person trying to track every point, every rebound with his head down, and it's impossible. Or they had just set it up, say, hey, we're going to just let this guy go off, and they set it up. So I still don't think he scored 100. They just made it seem 100 even. Nah, it didn't happen.
Is it realistic, Tone, to think that
not a video, not a camera, not a reporter in the house? Hold on.
Are there any inconsistencies?
There's a ton of inconsistencies. And
with the stat sheet.
Oh, with the stat sheet, 100%. 100%.
Like, do all the points add up to what they say?
The scorecard that they show you adds up, but you can see how neat it is. And there's no way. Go watch a game and try to keep score. One person.
What you think? You did that after the game? Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, they keep showing you the printed one. It wasn't typed up. You think it was typed up?
No.
Because that's the one they show you. It wasn't typed up. It was a guy scribbling on a piece of paper. It's no way he kept a perfectly straight line. Impossible.
So, let me ask you this,
more so, let me be clear.
Ahead,
You're going to Hershey, Pennsylvania to play a game where the best scorer in the league is there to build up a fan base. That's why they played a lot of games in 61, 62 in third-party places, right? They did that on purpose to get fans. Why wouldn't you record that game? Why wouldn't you send a reporter to that game? Why wouldn't you send a photographer? They didn't even have a photographer. Think about that. You had to get a guy from the stands at halftime to go get his camera from his car to take a picture of him holding the 100-point sign. Not one picture of him playing? Not one? The radio broadcast doesn't come out for 5 years, and it's the last 2 minutes, and they say they stormed the court and didn't finish the game, but everybody tells you, oh, no, they finished the game. Which one is it? It's a hoax. It's a hoax, and you're all falling for it.
That 100 since there may be some inaccuracies, could it be possible that 100 could actually be more than 100?
Maybe 107. Who knows?
That's a good. Now that you're asking the good questions right now, Chilltown. These are the questions that needed to be asked. Could it be possible that he scored 115?
What's more realistic is that he shot 12 of 36 from the free throw line, and they just gave him 28. So
this is nonsense right here, Tone. You and me already been over this. This is nonsense.
The
I'm
solution
sick of this free throw logic. Okay, Shaq, real quick. In 2006, how many points a game did Kobe average?
30.
36. Was it 35 or 36?
Same ballpark. It's fine.
Okay, so he averaged 35. So on a Tuesday, Shaq, I'm good for how many? 35, right? Okay, so let's say on a good night, I slept last night. I got something to eat. How much am I good for on this Friday night? I can probably get you 50, maybe 55,
50,
right?
50.
Okay, now let's fast forward to a night. I got into it with my wife, or I found out that somebody, and I'm pissed. And this is one of those nights, right? This is one of those nights where, the basket looks like an ocean. I'm the only one out here. There's nobody else out here except me. What can I give you?
81.
I could give you 81. So with that being said, Shaq, just so you know, in 1962, Wilt Chamberlain shot his highest free throw percentage in his career. He shot over 60%, shooting underhand, right? So that means that on a Tuesday.
How do you know he shot that?
He shot under
that game.
He shot underhand. That was
that game. Shoot.
I don't have any footage. I don't have any footage of him. No, I don't. Anyway, as I was saying,
look out! There's a dinosaur walking behind you. Be careful.
Once again, he shot underhand that season. He shot the highest free throw percentage of his career that year at 60%. Right. So that means that once again, Shaq, on a Tuesday, I can make 3 out of 5 free throws. On a good night, I can probably make 6 or 7 out of 10. On a night when I got it going, why is it ridiculous to think that I can't one time make 9 out of 10 free throws on one night? Why is it ridiculous to think that?
What has Giannis done?
It's ridiculous when the most free throw attempts you take the whole year is also the game you shoot the highest percentage. That doesn't make sense.
Why?
That's how Steph Curry has a game where he can go 7 for 7 from 3. We all understand that. Does he have a game where he can go 21 of 22? No, because when you take more, the percentage doesn't get higher. That's not how it works.
Where was this at?
That's how it works.
Hershey.
Hershey.
No, it didn't.
In a barn. In a barn in Hershey.
How far is that? How far is that from New York City?
About an hour and a half.
It's a 2.5 hour drive that he apparently sat in a car with a bunch of other New York Knicks to get to, in a car at his 7-foot frame. So he's all tight. He's hungover, by the way. Keep in mind, because the night before
I drank a
beer.
Okay, that came through clear. That came through clear. Okay, I'm trying to figure it. Could it have been like the mob or something like that? That
very much so could have been.
Like, did anybody check the money line that night? Was there a crazy bet? You can threaten people differently in those times.
That's something we should look at. Absolutely. I think it was more a publicity stunt. The NBA, that's why they were going to these other towns. They were suffering. They needed attendance. They needed fans. What better way than to have your mythical creature, Wilt, who's averaging 50 a game, score 100? Made all the headlines. They've finally got front page sports news. Excellent. That's exactly what you don't believe.
Fluent,
you think that's not real? Come on.
Fluent, do you think that that the Lakers in Toronto colluded to let Kobe get 81? Maybe they needed more fans in Toronto to get excited about basketball?
The thing about that game is we see the footage. I can count every bucket.
Well, no, I'm not saying it didn't happen. Obviously, I'm saying might have been rigged. Might have been a scam. Let Kobe go for 81.
100% could have colluded, just like what's his name purposely stepped in on his last free throw in his last game in case he missed. Remember? Was it Gordon Hayward?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, wait.
Why are you quiet?
Fluent. How many people were at the game, the 100-point game?
Depends who you ask. So it depends. It depends who you ask. So the stadium.
Oh, be honest. How many people were there, Tony? 3,500.
35 is crazy.
Hold on, I'm going to be honest.
That's a lot of people.
The stadium holds 4,100. They said that it was half capacity, which would be 2,550, and 10,000 million people said that they were there, but not one. We don't see one. But even if you're at a game, are you tracking? Are you scoring every player? So you
electronics. Yeah, I mean, what type of scoreboards was around?
There's no electronic scoreboard. I was at the 81-point game. I had no idea Kobe had anything until I looked up and saw, shit, in the third quarter, this guy's having a game. We wouldn't have known.
Well, just like I said the other day.
Do you track any player score when you're watching a game?
No, only Malik Monk.
I used to.
Keegan Murray.
No, I don't track Keegan. We just yell Keegan.
There's more things to say that it didn't happen than there are that it did.
No,
that's
it's not.
That's crazy. I can't believe this.
The reason why is because there's actual evidence of people who were there, not just the players, statisticians who were there.
No, there was only one stat person who
he was there.
Play, and sometimes when there was a mistake, I just gave it to Wilt because I figured it was him.
He did not say that.
Direct quote.
Like I said before, Fluent. Maybe he only got 95 or something like that. I don't know. But who knows?
So are we taking a vote? Chill, you're yes, it did happen. Mars, you're no.
Kobe has the highest scoring game in NBA history.
Facts.
Ox, yes or no?
It 100% happened. Yes.
Ron?
100%, 100 points.
And Fluent, you're a no.
Incorrect answer.
Yeah, I'm going no.
There you go. When Mars and I agree, you can't dispute that alone.
I'm going no.
Y'all trying to rip down
it
a
sounds
legend.
real
I just don't
capish.
get why Chill decided to be busy that day and didn't go to that game.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things you were doing, you couldn't go to that day. Like, take a day of work or something, and then he wouldn't.
That's fire.
I'm sorry, I was at the game 2 days before that when that was in
That's the
30
problem.
and 20 in
That's
Los
the
Angeles.
problem. We could have solved this problem, but
I've asked you this thousands of times, Mars. How old do you think I am?
old enough to solve this problem if you went to the game.
Wait, so Fluent, can I ask you this? I know it's a little off topic.
Sure.
Did people land on the moon, or is that doctored video?
Oh, we already know about this one.
That's Dr.
Oh,
That never
Oh,
happened.
Tone's a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, he was 100%, Shaq. 100%.
Okay, this makes sense now.
Yes.
Okay,
100%.
so he's
We actually
good at
had
making these arguments.
We actually had we had a segment of doing conspiracy theories. We had a segment of doing conspiracy theories. Tony's the biggest conspiracy
with
theorist
Flat
that I
Earth
know.
Dave. Was that the one with Flat Earth Dave?
That was just a part of it. That was just a part
It
of
was
it.
great.
Yeah, that was just a part of it. But yeah, Tone is a big time conspiracy theorist. Nope.
So are you. I don't know why you're saying I am. So are you.
I am a conspiracy theorist, but there are certain things that I'm pretty confident. Wilt scored 100 points in the NBA game. Yes, he did.
All right, fellas, we got a bunch of super chats.
Yeah.
Now is the time to go ahead and get to them. RJ the God sent through the latest super chat. He said, "Hey everyone, I went for 120 points and 25 rebounds in a high school game. Unfortunately, everyone's cameras were broke that night, so you were just gonna have to believe me."
I believe you that you did it.
I did the same thing. We didn't have cameras back then or internet, so.
Hey, no, but that is crazy though. Like when you had a crazy game, maybe it could have been high school, whatever, and then nobody filmed it. That sucks.
Check out the greatest Miller. Didn't she score like 105?
I think 115.
Was it 115?
No, it was 105. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was 105. Yes, it was.
She better than
was there any video of that?
Yep.
None.
Yep. Video of that. Yep. It's video. I'll show you. Okay. We got video of her 100. Think about it. We have video of her 105. I'm good with that one.
Yeah, but that was in the 80s.
Yes, it was.
Bro, you have color video of Wilt and Russell going at each other prior to that season. So
they made it color, Tone. It wasn't like that.
Oh, they had Technicolor back then. They didn't make it color. It was easier to do black and white film, but they had color technology. They had Technicolor back then.
All I'm saying is
they didn't use it. It was expensive. They didn't use it very often.
All I'm saying, Fluent, is that I understand that a lot of stuff even before that was on video. Like I'm very well aware of that, but at the same time, just cameras weren't as as in abundance.
Let me ask you this. You have a player who's averaging 50 points a game, playing 48 minutes a night. You're trying to build up your brand. You're taking a game between New York and Philadelphia, two of the biggest kind of cities on the East Coast. You're putting it in a venue to help build up a fan base. You don't send one cameraman?
My thing is this. That was then. Like my mindset now today in 2024. Of course, like that's marketing 101. Media, like in the 2000s, that's marketing 101. We're definitely doing that. But back then,
no, hold on. Back then, not one cameraman, and I'm talking video camera, photographer, reporter.
But they did have a photographer, Tone. You remember seeing that picture of Wilt on the floor? Wilt was on the floor, and there are people holding Wilt's hand. That was that game. Wilt was on the floor, and people were
because they put the guy in the stands to go to his car and get his camera. He was there with his son. That's also documented. He said, I was there with my son watching the game, and they asked me to go get my camera. And the only picture he took was that and him holding the 100 points. That's it.
Well, it's obvious that it happened because he was there. So you do have a photographer. So it's obvious that it happened.
He didn't know it was 100 points. He won't confirm that. He said,
I don't think that's what we argue in Tone. The fact that it was 100 points is something completely different. That's what needs to be understood. The fact that the game happened. They didn't have a video camera.
They didn't have a video camera. They didn't have a photographer on duty. They didn't have a reporter, and they didn't have a play-by-play on the radio. Really, nothing. And you're trying to promote your game? Seems fishy,
man. You just have to be there, man. That's it.
And that's the one that he scores 100. I don't know. Let me get my
VIP access.
Mars, I really just want one of my nearest and dearest players of all time to just go ahead and release the footage. Carmelo Anthony, can you please stop holding us all hostage? Just let the footage go, even if it's just a quarter. We just want to see a quarter of it.
Had no footage. And let's be clear, the radio of the last 2 minutes didn't come out for like a decade after. Come on.
So they doctored the radio snippet too?
They just made it. I could go make a video, a radio, the whole thing if I want right now. You wouldn't know the difference. It's all, come on.
Carmelo should not give out the tape. He should like sell viewings of it. Like
there's nothing to give. He's got nothing.
He should be like, you can come watch the game, but it's like, well, like $250 a ticket, $350.
You can't have footage that doesn't exist, Ox. Just
I don't agree with that, Fluent. I just don't
he can give you stuff that doesn't exist.
No, I believe no. I'm saying that it does exist.
All right, so Quentin Miles said, "Okay, now that nonsense is done with, ticket early. Bring in Damo. Didn't bring in Damo, but we brought in another polarizing figure."
That's right. You know what? Actually, I figured it out. There's about as much footage as Carmelo has rings.
Wow. That was a little.
Didn't have to take it there.
I don't think that was necessary at all.
All right.
Was that necessary, Big Ops? Was that
Not
really
at
necessary?
all.
I'm
No.
just saying. I'm all for the slander, but I don't know if that was necessary.
All right. As much as defense as he played. How about that?
That's even worse.
Alan R said, "You could tell Shaq don't watch Open Gym for real with this take." L-Dub.
Alan R never lets us down with the L-Dubs.
Mars had that look on his face like, let's relax on tight. Okay, I don't know if I like that word. Hold on.
What happened? Why am I reading the chat? What happened? Where's Ticket?
I don't know if that word works.
Come on here just for Ticket. Where's Ticket at?
We had some fireworks. We had some fireworks.
Oh, I missed something? Oh, okay.
Yes,
You got to double check.
Yeah, we had some fireworks to start, and we had an ejection early in the game. Like,
I did my best to defend him, but I mean, the ref made his decision. So
yeah,
you're supposed to be his tag team partner of the world.
I tried, man. I did my best, but when the ref trying to do ref things, trying to be the center of attention. I mean, it's difficult.
The ref should not be the game. They should be,
L refs.
Now the comments after the fact is all going to be about the decision to eject Ticket, and it's like I tried, but I mean, the ref wanted to get this attention.
So to the super chat though, Tone, Shaq said that basically the Dub has been spitting lately, and that his commentary and his takes since he's been around Mars has been tight. Mars look was like, I don't know about tight. I don't know if I like that word. Can you give me another word? Because I don't know if I like that one right there.
He's been less of a liability. It's like Trae Young's improved defense. It's like he's still bad on defense, but like he's better now than he was before. He's not the worst in the league.
All right, Mars. Dub gonna he gonna catch wind of this. I'm telling you. Hey, Influent, the fact that you're up here doesn't help it at all.
Hey, bro, that's even worse right there with Tone up here. We're talking about Dub.
I don't know why you said I like Dub. And I've said it before. Dub has gotten a lot better since when I first met him.
Football or basketball or
both. And listen, and I said this on the live stream on Saturday, and I'll say it again. If you want betting advice, Dub's your guy.
Talk to Dub.
It's just that when you give your basketball takes based on if you won or lost your parlay the night before, it's just
that's emotional right there, Big Ox. We can't do that. That's right there. That's emotional, and we can't do that.
Well, wait. That wasn't just that. Dub does do that.
No, Jalen
was not always though. Dub will keep it real, but sometimes he gets caught up in his parlays. But I'm talking about parlay hoop watchers in general. I'm tired of y'all.
Jalen was mad because I think he bet the over for SGA to go 33, double overtime, and he still didn't do
it. Toronto had done enough to win that game. Scotty Barnes was like a ghost.
RJ Barrett is what I told you he was. He's trash, and him going out of bounds when he lost them the game. Period. Period.
Tone, that last play
he went out of bounds. They had they were up. They were up, and they got possession. And instead of holding the ball and getting fouled and going to the free throw line, he went out of bounds like a dummy. He thought it was an NFL game. He was trying to stop the clock. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Come on, man.
What about the play with Scotty Barnes in the corner where he got the ball at the end of and he ended up giving it to was it Trent? He looked like he didn't even know that he was supposed to get the ball. He wasn't even supposed to be a part of that play.
That play never would have happened if he holds the ball and doesn't go out of bounds. And Scotty Barnes looked hurt. he didn't look like he was moving.
He looked lost. He
He
looked lost. He
that was
looked like
really
he didn't
weird.
know what was
Really
going on with him. He looked like he was lost. Like, what am I even doing out here?
Yeah.
Hey, Damo, pass that.
What up, Damo?
You know I will, chill.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I haven't seen Damo in a long time, man. How you doing?
Man, walk the door past
I've been
that.
great, man. I've been great. How y'all doing? How's today been? My timeline's been filled with mentions.
We had some fireworks early. Yeah, we did. We had some fireworks early, but you know,
Fine
we
and
got
dandy,
it.
Damo.
We got it back together. We
had
got
Damo. Basically, we had to hit the deck. Shots was fired. We had to hit the deck. Get low.
Oh, trust me. I went back and seen. I seen what happened. I seen everybody's face.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all didn't get hit. I'm glad everybody okay.
Yeah,
The show's good. The audience is okay.
Hey, I was scared. Me myself personally. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Jersey, so that kind of stuff I dig it, but you know.
All I know is the chat during that playback said you guys needed me because it's a little crazy when I'm not here. So
I'm just saying, Damo, if stuff like that is jumping off, can you at least let me know what neighborhood we going to before we go there, so I'm prepared for it if something like that jump off. Don't have me in Beverly Hills and you're telling me that we going to Beverly Hills. Next thing I know, we somewhere else and it jump off. Let me know where we going first, so I can prepare for that.
Definitely.
Beverly Hills ain't exactly Compton, right?
No, it's not. No.
And if we driving through Compton, at least let me know we at a gas and we got to stop
Yes.
at the at this gas station.
if you ever find yourself being someone who lived in that area, if you ever find yourself there, just go across the 405 into Signal Hill. It's beautiful. It's safe. It's lovely.
You know the wild thing about
basically,
Compton,
Damo, basically, we was on the light rail going downtown, fell asleep at the light rail station, and woke up at the Meadowview stop. That's what happened.
You're in the wrong part of town.
No, that is bad. That's very bad.
You're in the wrong part of town.
That's very bad.
That was wild.
Leaf Diggy said, F them. Bron and Steph draws. What the F is this? WWE? Kawhi, Giannis, Joker, or champs? To the A will be fine without the BS promotion machines that was in place behind Burger King, James, and Steph. Get them out of here.
Burger King James is wild.
If you think about it, though, are we in that space where, like, are we getting to that space where it's time to move on from these dudes and ushering these young guys in? Are we in that space? I feel like we are. I think it's time to move on from these older dudes.
Chill.
I feel like me and Domo were saying.
No,
I'm about to say.
I feel like we've been saying the young teams need more love because you're gonna get in a position where LeBron and Steph and these guys and KD can't do it anymore, and then you're stuck with no one to have. They're kind of waiting for Jason Tatum to be like the next guy.
Is it time, Jill? Yes, it's time. Will it happen? No, because you lived through Jordan when he was a Wizard. The team sucked and they were still giving him attention. Now the Warriors and the Lakers suck, but guess what? Go post something on social. What gets the most views? It's still LeBron. Go look at I did an experiment. Go look at my IG. I do 5. I did every other player and then LeBron. The other 4, 1,000 views. LeBron, 5 million.
That
and we had the VP of analytics from ESPN, Chill, and I had him on Fluent and Chill, and he said they run all these analytics, and he's still the highest draw, which is why they talk about him so much. They got to get ratings. They have to.
It'll take for me personally, I think it'll take a year, maybe 2 years of them intentionally pushing different players for that to change. The NBA can change that. The NBA marketing team can change. That can be changed. Fans will be attracted to whatever you put in their face. Pause. You literally, if you put, I'm not gonna lie, if you sit there and push that Jason Tatum is next up, NBA fans will believe it, whether they hate it or love it. All publicity is good publicity in this instant. They will sit there and say, you will get the views based off people simply saying, no, he's not. He'll never be like LeBron. But if you constantly put in their face, oh, we think this is going to be the next guy that's going to be LeBron, they're going to come back and watch. In 5 years down the line, doing it. I feel like they're just now starting to do that.
They've been pushing Jason Tatum is next since he.
No. They have not had a sole person for a long term that they pushed. They've had multiple players that they hinted at pushing. Because at one point we thought they were going to push Giannis. Think back to 10 years ago, back around 2015, when they were saying who's going to be the next guy after LeBron leaves. Everyone thought it was going to be AD. They did push AD. AD was marketable. People thought AD was the one. Then it wasn't him. Then it was someone else. Who can be this next guy? Giannis? They tried to push Giannis for a little bit. Then they tried to push X, Y, and Z. Now they're pushing Tatum. I think Tatum had, honestly, because of the team, the legacy of the team, his play style, the way the game is going, Tatum has he has the best shot at being pushed the long term.
Wemby too.
Wemby too.
Good. I think he's not good enough. I think they're going to just skip him and go to Wemby.
You can say that he's not good enough.
To be honest, that's what I would do.
You can say he's not good enough. All it will take is him to win one or have a good enough team where he's constantly winning and the narrative changes. Because for a point in time in the late 2000s, the push for LeBron was there. People were against it because he wasn't winning. That was the thing you hold against him. Oh, he's not winning. He will never beat that.
One's not enough because I think that was the issue with Giannis. He got the one, and had he won a second, then I think the push continues. But if you win one, you have to win multiple, right? And that's why LeBron,
they tried to push
LeBron had that trouble, right? Getting that push over Kobe. But once he became the villain and then started winning, then it was easy.
They tried to push Kawhi after Toronto. I mean, I know he technically had two, but come on. He really had one. So they tried to push Kawhi, and then he went to the Clippers, and then that was the big story, and then they kind of fell short, and then the Kawhi, and then he's hurt all the time, so he got stopped. But they did try to push Kawhi. But I think it's going to be Wemby. I think once LeBron's gone, it's going to be all Wemby. That's the avenue I would
now.
For sure.
With that being said, Miles, I think Wemby is down the line. I think the era that we're in now, I equate this era to the 70s. If you look at what the champions are, we have not had a consecutive champion over the last 5 years. We've had a different champion. So because we've had a different champion, I mean, Jabbar was the face during that time, but I feel like, because there wasn't really a lot of media going on, so Jabbar was really the face, and he did win. With that being said, today you still have a lot of media going on, so you can see a bunch of different guys. So you can push a bunch of different guys initially. So Jason Tatum, if the Celtics win it, before it was Giannis, when Giannis won it in 21, then James was still a guy when it was in 20, and then Joker. So I think that we're in an era today where I don't think we have one specific guy that they're going to push. I think that they're going to try to push multiple guys ultimately. We're already talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being better than Jason Tatum. That's already a conversation, which is nuts to me. I can't handle that.
Same thing with Ant. Everyone's making that push for Ant, and it started in the honestly, it started this summer with the USA ball. That's when we've seen the seeds being planted, and it's done nothing because he's obviously been able to do the work and be that good. It's done nothing but go up and up with the amount of momentum it's getting. But I agree, Chill. I think this is going to be a situation. We're approaching a territory where it's not going to be one face. It's going to be multiple faces. We had that conversation. I don't know if it was last week. We recently had it where I said, there might be 2 or 3 guys. There might be 2 guys that is the face, but there's also the subdivision where you say these guys could be considered faces of the league on a lesser degree.
It's not one guy.
It's tough. It's tough though to make faces of the league unless it's better when you have a rivalry, right? Like if you can have 2 teams that are meeting in the playoffs and have those 2 guys, like I don't know who if SGA and Luka start meeting in the playoffs, right? It could be those 2 guys or whatever. I don't know who's going to be with Boston. Giannis and Tatum, maybe. Like that's what they want to see, is they want to have Chet and Wemby could be the future, right? That rivalry because they're in the same conference. So there's some possibilities, but you're right. I agree with you guys. They need to start pushing them 100%.
I was about to say, you have that. I was going to say in terms of the West with Luka and Book. Luka and Devin Booker is a matchup people want to see, and it's bad blood there. So that would be one of them, I think. I obviously think Chet and Wemby is a great one. That's going to be the next great one, in my opinion, because the bad blood is really there, and it's been there for years. And yeah, go ahead, Chip.
We've actually had this conversation, Damo, in order for that rivalry, because people love the drama. Well, we can't have the drama if there's no discontent there. And with Wemby and Chet, there's some real discontent between those 2 guys. With Book and Luka, there is some discontent between those guys. The problem is that they're not winning. If they were winning and you add the discontent in, I think it makes for a lot better theater.
And that's the point that I'm making, Chill. I'm like, it's an amazing crop of young talent. And I love the young guys that's coming up, and even current guys that are near the top. Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, those guys. But the thing about it is nobody's going to overthrow or overtake Steph as long as he's in the league, or Bron as long as he's in the league, until they at least win 1 or 2. Like if Jokic goes back-to-back this year, then it's like, okay, we have to give it to Jokic. If Giannis comes and gets another one, okay, we have to give it to Giannis.
I don't think they're giving it to him.
Jokic is never going to get pushed.
I'm about to say, yeah, Jokic.
I'm talking about with actual basketball heads. With actual basketball heads, us. I don't care about the media pushing these guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about with actual basketball heads, us saying that no, this is the guy. He has the new baton.
Oh, but Jokic been had it.
Yes.
Yeah, but Ron, you're not got to worry about Giannis winning another one.
Well, to me, Jokic been had it.
Like we can say he's the best player right now, but is he running the league? Does the league go through him? Like as of right now, if you ask me, the league still goes through LeBron and Steph.
No, it doesn't.
We might have
explain what the league going through someone means. What does that mean?
Everything
from a media perspective, yeah.
But he said he doesn't care about the media, so that's why I'm confused.
Right.
Everything's predicated on it. I'm saying like Bron and Steph still have the power. At least Bron does. He still has the power to go anywhere he wants to, and all of a sudden be an immediate contender. Like we've seen Bron do it before. Like we don't know what Bron's next chess move is. Bron can go to Miami right now and turn things up. He can go back to Miami. Bron can go to New York. He can. It's a bunch of different moves that Bron can make. With that being said, Bron, I still think Bron still ultimately holds the last Infinity Stone in the NBA right now.
We are far from LeBron going anywhere and winning. We are far from that.
Can we stop this nonsense?
What do you mean we're far from it?
Because he's not leaving LA.
He won't win where he is right now.
Sierra Canyon, his other son's at USC. He's going to bring him onto the Lakers. He wants to be close to see his son play high school ball. He's not going anywhere. He's staying in LA. He's got his production.
He's going to stay in Supper?
He is going to stay in LA until he retires and owns the Las Vegas, whatever the hell they call it, the Las Vegas Gamblers. And that's going to be the trajectory. Don't think anything else. It's LA Lakers until he owns the Las Vegas whatevers. That's it. He's not going anywhere else, man. He's not. I
don't see it. I don't see him leaving either. I don't. But anyway, Ron, like you just talked about him going to Miami and turning up, or him going to any one of these specific teams and turning up. That's going to be because of the media, but you don't care about the media. So, I mean, I don't know if that logic works. Not to mention
25-8-8. Chill.
Even if 25-8-8 isn't. It's not the same. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get that. Like this isn't 2012. I get that, but even we've all watched LeBron play enough this season, right? And we can all logically know that if he goes to any of these teams, they are a better team, a much better team. And I dropped the New York Knicks.
Are they? Are they a better team?
Absolutely.
If you just throw him on, yeah, but then I would just say the same thing about Jokic.
Yeah, but Jokic isn't a free agent, and Jokic isn't leaving.
So you throw LeBron.
So LeBron holds the Infinity Stones because his contract is expiring.
You can.
So last year he didn't run the NBA.
Either way, if Bron goes to one of those teams, they're a lot better. I don't know why we're acting like that's not true.
I agree with that, but that doesn't mean he runs the NBA because the same argument would be made for Giannis.
Bron.
So here's why I disagree. Here's why I disagree. Because Bron, every team that he's built, okay, there's always a time that they need to get to figure it out, right? Goes to Miami, they have to figure it out that first year, they lose in the final. It's the next year. Oh, now they're dominant. Goes back to Cleveland, right? It's the same thing. If he goes to the Knicks right now and you got Brunson, who's basically running the show, ball in his hand all the time, and now you say, sorry, ball's out of your hand. It's going to be in Bron's hand all the time. Figure it out. That won't work until next season. Now, you're going to say the bubble. He got AD and boom, they won. Well, no, technically they had the first season, figured it out, had a nice little gap in the middle, and then came back and played amazing and won. So it's different. They had the time to figure it out. I'm sorry, it's just factual.
Yeah, I think if you put Bron on any of the upper mid-level teams, any team that's 6 seed or higher, they're instant championship contenders and probably going to win it.
Of course, they're contenders. Sure,
but I'll finish that up by saying they're probably going to win it.
So if he's in Sacramento wins the NBA championship.
Yes.
If you put Bron on that team instead of Harrison Barnes, yes, we win.
Absolutely.
Yes, we won.
I just think that applies to so many people.
It does.
No, Mars, it does. But
I'm not saying it doesn't, Mars.
Nobody has a history of this, though. So that's what I'm saying. Just due to KD. KD and Brown are the only two people that
have it either.
What'd you say?
LeBron doesn't have the history of it either.
Yes, he does, Tone.
No,
When
he
he moves
doesn't.
to other teams, he wins. It takes a minute, but he does do that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
After he completely changed the roster, right? He goes to Miami. 8 people went to Miami. It wasn't him. There was 8 new players, and it took a year. He went back to Cleveland. 9 new players, and it took a year. He goes to the Lakers. He goes to the Lakers. There was 7 people out, AD in, and it took a year, right? They didn't make the playoffs the first year. It not instant is all I'm saying. It happens, but it's not instant. That's all.
So if he jumps on the Sacramento roster that's current, so it's Sabonis, Malik Monk. So James is a free agent.
Something to get him.
He jumps on this Sacramento roster that's current with Malik Monk and Fox and Sabonis.
No one?
Keegan, nobody. He just gets on the crew.
There'll be an adjustment period.
I don't think it'll work. I'm 100% with Fluid on this. I don't think you just throw him on a lot of these teams that are 6 seeds and above, and they win this year. Eventually, yes. This year, hell no.
There's players that you can slide in that just fit into whatever system, but he's, to steal a line from James Harden, he's the system. So now you have 11 people who have to adapt to him, and that's why it's different versus one person adapting to the others. That's my only thing.
I can't see him going to the Knicks the way that they're playing right now and just insert LeBron James or how they're playing. And this is a championship team. Like, no, a lot of things are going to change. You throw LeBron on that team. I see Julius Randle with bad body language playing with Jalen Brunson. I don't want to see the body language of Julius Randle with Jalen Brunson and LeBron James on the court. Not getting the ball.
The Knicks got a lot of picks right now, right? Like coming up.
They got a decent amount of picks, yeah. Some are protected and stuff, but yeah, they got a good amount of picks.
So here's the thing, because they were saying I heard that Stephen A came with a Bron trade proposal, right, to the Knicks. It was like Quentin Grimes and picks, right? Mm-hmm. My thing about that is something like that, Mars. I didn't hear it. That's just what I was told. So I'm like, you can't do that to Anthony Davis, right? You can't just take Bron off and send him picks. Like you can't do that to AD. So my thing is, if you were to do something like that, Chilltown, we'd have to get a third team involved, right?
Or ship out AD too.
Or ship out AD too.
Oh, if you're moving up James, we starting over, Tone.
Yeah,
don't you have to bring somebody for AD? Don't you get a third team involved? Somebody like, I don't know, Trae Young for AD?
No.
We're back on this again.
Blow it up.
Yes, Mars. I'm not letting this go, Mars. Mars, I'm not letting this go until it makes sense. I got to figure it out, bro.
I'll say 2 quick things. One, I think you move AD somewhere else and you blow it up and you start over.
Okay.
And then the second thing I was going to say is I would love to see LeBron in New York. I love when New York is good. I love when New York is title contenders. The basketball is better. So let's go. If that's going to work, let's do it. I'm all good.
When's the last time that's been?
A long time. A long time.
New York is good now. They were good last year. Understand the difference, Ox, between being good and being a championship team. The last time they were a championship team was in 2000, late in 2000.
99.
Yeah, 99, and then in 2000 they lost to Indiana in the Eastern Conference Championship. They were a championship contender during that time. There's a difference between being good, like what Tone is talking about, and being a championship contender. Those two things.
Okay, I thought you were talking about championship contention because they were good. They were good around 2012, 11.
No, I'm saying the league is better when they're competing deep into the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. It's been
I'm a championship contender, not they're good now. Yeah, they're good now.
I think I was in elementary school.
Guys, and ultimately my thing is I just can't necessarily see LeBron and Steph in their waning years rotting away, especially being this good.
That's what's going on right now. That's what's happening right now.
I don't see Steph just sticking around in Golden State and living through Bradley Beal's tenure with the Washington Wizards over the last few years going on. I don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, I can't predict the future, but I just can't see that possibly happening with Steph being as good as he is. With LeBron still being as good as he is.
Too long? Ron,
would you say?
Don't most great players stay a little too long?
Yeah, I was going to say, what superstars are competing to the very end? Like Magic was, but I mean, like, he left.
Well, Magic had to.
He had to leave.
Yeah,
you could argue Tim Duncan. I guess
he came back as a shelter.
Tim Duncan stayed a little too long, too much.
You could argue the Spurs were still competing in Tim Duncan's final 2 years. I mean, I guess.
Word too.
But MJ came back, weren't close to competing. KG was in Minnesota in the Nets.
This is the point that I'm trying to make. LeBron and Steph right now are not close to what those guys were. LeBron and Steph aren't close to what KG was on those years with the Nets. They're not what Tim Duncan was in those last couple years when Kawhi was getting Defensive Player of the Year and Tony Amanu was basically running the team. That's not
Manu
the
was
case that we're
carrying the
talking
squad
about.
for sure.
Steph Curry just had 60. LeBron is still phenomenal. So that's what I'm saying. They haven't just fallen off a cliff yet. They still have plenty in the tank, at least right now, to contend and to help a contender. They're still.
When have you seen a guy that can still in there, like you say, still balling, get traded? This caliber.
We've seen stars get traded.
Steph's making 60 million. That's the thing. Logistically, you can't just move these guys. Like Steph is tied down to 2026. You can't move 60 million. Like a contending
you ruin the team he's going to.
A contending team can't acquire Steph without giving up the reasons they're contending.
And it's not even necessarily too about them shipping him somewhere. It's about they can still build around Steph. The Golden State still has options.
How though, Ron? I mean, again, to Mars's point, to Mars's point, don't get me wrong. Steph still is that dude. Steph still is a bucket getter. I still think he's one of the top 5 players in the game. With that being said, $60 million on the books. That kind of money, trying to maneuver around that, trying to move that. So if let's say for the sake of argument, he ended up at Oklahoma City, they would have to give up at minimum 3 of their core players. At minimum.
Chill. I was saying the opposite.
The Warriors, Ron, the Warriors missed their shot, Ron. Once they won that chip, they needed to move on from Draymond. They needed to move on from Clay. They needed, even move on from Wiggins, but they probably would have kept him because he was the second best player. But that would have been how they rebuild, is move on from those guys, whether it was Kuminga, Poole, or others that they brought in for those guys. They missed their chance, and now they're stuck.
Well,
that's why I'm saying, and let me know if this makes sense, y'all, because that's why I was saying send Steph to Orlando, because their stars are still on rookie contracts. You know what I'm saying? Send Steph to Orlando, get him over there.
Who's gonna come back?
All those, I don't know who was it? Markel, Cole Anthony,
You're talking about
it's mostly for the picks.
You're saying Markel, Joe Ingles. Again, we're thinking contractually. Steph is $60 million. So
Right,
Joe
yeah.
Ingles,
51
Markel,
this year, 51 this year. So.
51. So still Joe Ingles, Markel. I'm thinking about the guys with the highest contracts on that team.
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris.
And then at that point, either you train those 3 and young players and picks, or you're going to take one of those guys off.
Those three and picks.
Who are the players?
Who are the players that go with
Harris?
Hold on. Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles is on for $11 million. You need 40 more. Go.
How much is Gary Harris getting?
Gary Harris. We had
Gary Harris is $13 million, so you're at 24.
And we had Markel.
Markel is, where is he? 17 million. Sorry about that.
We're at 41.
So 41. Yeah.
So we need, but Orlando can afford to take on the extra 10 million from Steph.
So they can. Oh yeah, because they're at 130. What's the cap?
Even if all of that's true.
No,
it's 136. It's 136. They have to make up 5 million. They'd have to make up 5 million.
Then they have to throw in Cole Anthony.
Bye. Get out of here. All of them. Bye.
But can
Golden State is not doing that.
Can Golden State afford to take on 4 players?
They get the picks, Chilton. It's about the picks. It's not about the
players. Why does Golden State do that?
For the picks.
But how many picks it's going to be?
How valuable Orlando is?
I don't know. You got to do something. You cannot allow Steph Curry to waste away on that team. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what's going to happen if they allow Steph Curry to waste away on that team without making any moves, because they're not going to compete for a title again. While Steph, at this pace, they're not competing again. They have to do this to save their franchise in the future, and to also allow Steph to go somewhere where he can compete. Because Steph Curry with Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero is a hell of a squad. Nobody wants to play them.
There's no way that you're trading him to Orlando and you're not giving up one of them dudes. You are giving us one of them.
Hold on.
Warriors will also have 20 players on their roster, so they'll have.
They can't afford to give up 4.
They'll have to give up like the cheapest guys on their roster.
What I'm saying is they'll figure it out, Fluent. I don't know what to do. They'll figure it out.
Get 13 involved, man.
Hold on. This is the bigger issue. This is the real bigger issue. They have done so much for Steph. They necessarily don't. He's not wasting away, in my opinion. If the mindset is for them, okay, we're not going to compete. That's absolutely fine. People are still going to show up to see Stephen Curry. We just got a new arena. People are still going to buy the merchandise. Again, the business aspect of it. I understand we're just thinking strictly basketball, but these teams are not just basketball teams. These are businesses and brands. So for them, it makes absolutely no sense to give up my most valuable asset I've ever had since what? Wilt Chamberlain? In terms of marketing dollars for my team and my franchise. Give
On a
him
stadium
up.
you're still paying for.
Give him up to go get fodder and late round draft picks? No, that doesn't make sense. Doing something would be, okay, let's try to move everyone else but Steph. Try to make it work. Or we sit down with Steph Curry and say, hey, gang, look, we messed up.
Hey, gang, look, it's crazy.
We messed up. We thought we knew what we were doing. We didn't know what we were doing. So we're going to give you two options. Hey, wherever you want to go, we will try to make it happen and we'll get you there. If you want to leave, if you want to finish your career off competing, that's what we'll do. We'll do right by you because you've done right by us. You want us this, you got us this, all that, and that's fine. Or B, if he wants to retire a Warrior, he's a Warrior. Hey, we're trading Draymond. We're trading Clay. We're trading.
No one's taking $43 million Clay. Like, let's.
But you view it as an expiring. He's like
expiring. Yes. If it's an expiring and someone wants to do that to make salary cap space, cool. Someone might take it then, because there is no contract that's untradeable. Because every time we say it, that player gets traded. Russell Westbrook 3 times, I think.
And that's the point I'm making, Fluent.
But you're not going to get anything of value back for Clay. You're just going to get matching contracts. You're not going to get a good player who's going to help you compete.
I'm talking about Steph.
That GM, there's a reason, I forget his name right now, the GM, there's a reason he left when he did. He knew the whole thing. He knew the hole he dug, and he's like, I'm out. You can deal with it, because he knew it was coming. He's the only smart guy in the bunch. He's the only
smart. He seen Mars leave, and then he left.
That's he said, okay, Mars left. He must see there's writing on the wall here. It's like, okay.
That's true. That's true, Damo. He's
my consultant left, so I must leave too.
They should try and trade if they can. They should trade Clay, Chris Paul, and Wiggins and see what they can get and try and compete. But it's not
honestly that's honestly their only play. Other than that, they genuinely just have to sit there and say exactly what Steve Kerr told Draymond and Clay. You heard the interviews. Hey man, the chapter's closing. It's coming to the end of the book. You know, the ride is almost over. We're about to get off the roller coaster. It was fun while it lasted. You know, that's when I heard that, I already knew the era was done. I knew it was over. So it's essentially, does Steph Curry want to be Dirk Nowitzki, or does he want to keep trying to go compete? That's all that matters here. Trading everybody else and trying to do, you can't salvage
But let's be clear, getting rid of those guys, getting rid of Draymond and Clay, to a lesser extent Wiggins, might actually make the team better, because those guys are liabilities now. So it might make them better. Sometimes there's addition by subtraction. So that's at least they at least try it. They at least got to try it.
That's my main point, Fluent, is they have to do something, because if y'all, now I heard what you said, Damo, about the business side of it. That's what it is, right? But if you think that these people are going to sit around and watch this Warriors team that they love, that the dynasty they love, you think they're going to be happy just watching them do nothing and allow this to just go off into just at pasture? You know, that's not, those fans do not want to see that. Those fans are not going to accept that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They should be great. They should be grateful for the last 9 years.
The fans that you're talking about, they're not real Warrior fans. The fans that you're referring to that aren't going to watch them if they're not winning, those weren't the Warrior fans that were there when you drafted Steph. They weren't there in 2012. Those weren't the people that you're based. I mean, I'm not saying
okay. So if that's the case, Damo. I'm talking about. We're talking about real hoop fans. Like, we could talk about real hoop fans, because real hoop fans are still gonna watch the basketball if they trade Steph or not.
Right, because a real.
I'm talking about the guys that want to see a team try to compete.
And just so you know, Big Ox, the Golden State Warriors have a really good fan base. Not these dudes that you see since Steph Curry was around. I was around when Golden State didn't make the playoffs for 12 straight years, and they still had a really good fan base. Right?
Well, chill. Those fans are the fans. Those fans are the casual fans that just jump around. Those are the casual fans. They used to be Sacramento Kings fans.
Shots fired.
They were Sacramento Kings fans, Chilltown. And then once we got weak and the Warriors got good, they were like, oh well, I'm a Warriors fan now. That's what those fans.
They were Laker fans. Stop. They were Laker fans.
They could be Lakers fans. That's cool, but I'm talking about specifically the Sacramento Kings fans. Right? I'm not talking about the Lakers fans.
So to Damo's point, under no circumstance, 100%. Nope.
Yo, that was nasty, Damo.
Under no circumstance.
That was nasty.
Damo's point. Steph Curry, are we moving Steph Curry? Under no circumstance.
No, that was nasty, Damo. But let's go ahead and dive into these super chats. It's a ton of them. Want to get the people their money's worth. That was Dub, Bron, and Steph talk. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, I believe a move will be made, but we'll just have to see. But we got a super chat from Doctor. Doctor said 100 points is too perfect of a number. If he scored 104, it would have been more believable for me.
Now we're punishing Wilt for scoring too good of a number. That's crazy.
First of all,
he didn't score it.
It didn't happen. I'm convinced it didn't happen. After that clip,
another one. Let's go.
No.
We up 4-3.
I'm gonna be honest. And I don't even know if this happened last week. It might happen over the weekend. That clip of Wilt and Bill Russell back to scrap that surfaced on Twitter. There's no way I'm about to see Wilt and Bill fighting for the first time before I see anything in this 100-point game. No way it didn't happen. I'm convinced. There's no way. No.
I was in Boston. That was in Boston, by the way. So it's not like it's not footage. It was in Boston.
I posted that in response to Mars and Dub talking about how friendly they were.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, they were Tone. Okay. They were extremely friendly. He used to go over to his house to eat.
They weren't friendly.
Brothers fight.
Right. Absolutely. My best friend to this day. He's been my best friend since the 5th grade. We used to have to be separated in practice some days. Yes, that happened. And then after practice, we go get a pizza.
They still best friends?
Yes, to this day, that happens.
I'll beat Shaq up in practice before.
Yeah.
Ox was there. He seen it. Had to put the pause on that boy. Mike sent through a super chat and said, if you had to give one player one ability to make them the definitive GOAT, what would it be? But whatever ability you give, you also have to take something of equal value away from their game. Maybe impossible.
So I got a superpower.
Oh,
so you're giving me a superpower, but you're taking away one of my other superpowers. All right, I'm listening.
I got this. This is super easy.
I'm gonna be a superhero fan.
I genuinely would give Russell Westbrook the GOAT ability of shooting, and if I had to take away one of his superpowers, his ability to turn the ball over, I would take that away from him and give him the ability to knock down shots, and he would be the definitive GOAT, in my opinion.
You can't give him negative.
I don't know if that's a superpower though. Like, turn the ball over is not a superpower. No, that's not. That's like shooting
at this
people.
Point,
Damo, what you just said was the equivalent of saying give Luka elite defense and take away his unathleticism.
No, you can't do that.
Hey man, at this at the rate that Russ Russ turns the ball over and how he turns the ball over, that is a superpower. No one said superpowers had to be positive. You can have negative superpowers. Come on, people.
I think Russ had a season. Didn't Russ have a? All right, Tone. Good to talk to you, brother.
All right,
Didn't Russ have a season where he averaged almost 6 turnovers a game? My God,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens to Russ.
Oh my God.
I remember DeMarcus Cousins in New Orleans was averaging 5 turnovers before.
That's because they were trying to play him. That was when they were trying to do the point boogie experiment.
Yes, it did not work.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, hey, him before he got hurt, him and AD was hooping.
No one cared about his 5 turnovers again. Yeah, no one cared about DeMarcus Cousins' 5 turnovers.
Context. That was an experiment. Russell Westbrook was what? He's been like 5-10 years removed from the experiment of turning the college shooting guard into an NBA point guard. To the point to where we can have to overlook his turnover.
I mean, Russ hasn't been turning the ball over crazy this year.
He hasn't been playing crazy. That's not
the last. I believe it's the last 10. I talked about this not too long ago. I believe it's the last 10 or 12 games. Russ is averaging less than 2 turnovers a game, and he's playing like 15, 20 minutes a game. He's averaging less than 2 turnovers a game. He's taking care of the basketball. That's one of the main reasons why the Clippers are as good as they are. Because Russ is not turning the basketball over, and James Harden, he's also averaging less than 2 turnovers a game over like the last 5 or 6 games. They're doing really good at taking care of the basketball with the Clippers.
He bought in. I will give Russ his credit. He is bought in. He accepted his role. Not even accepted his role. He told them, "Hey man, let me just do this. Let's just go about it like this and make it easy." I applaud Russ for what he did this year, which is why I'm not gonna go too crazy on him with the jokes and everything. Applaud to that man. I genuinely hope that they get to the conference finals. I really hope they do.
I was wrong about Russ, to be honest with you, Damo. I was wrong because I thought that this was him having to go back to the bench because he was on the bench in Los Angeles with the Lakers, and he had to be talked into that role. Even though he thrived in it, he had to be talked into that role. Then he gets on the Clippers where he now is a starter, and they gave him the ball, and they were thriving. They were rolling with him. And then now you get James Harden on the crew, and now he's got to go back to the bench. I thought you were going to lose him. I did. I thought you were going to lose him, and they didn't.
I do want to say, and don't look now, but the Los Angeles Clippers are on the verge of snatching that number 1 seed. They're right there.
I don't know if I'm going crazy, Mars. I mean, the Clippers at the number 1 seed, I'm trying to make sense of that. That just doesn't make sense to me. But it looks like
really good.
Yeah, they are. They got I just the Clippers as the number 1 seed. That's like it's like the Carolina Panthers, the best team in the NFC.
I need 2 things to happen now. Not only do I need to see Milwaukee and the Pacers in the first round, now I need the battle of LA to happen in the first round as well. Lakers lose the first playing game.
You want to lose?
I want to win in the first round. This is the Clippers we're talking about.
Every time going to lose to,
and every time where they are expected to be the Clippers, what do they do, Mars?
They clip.
Come
they
on,
clip.
say it with
clip.
me. The Clippers will clip. The Clippers will flip. And I would love nothing more than to have a first round of Clipper basketball. We were supposed to get this in 2020. I've just been waiting on this too long. This is the perfect opportunity for it to happen. And the propaganda that can be pushed would be amazing. I need to push the propaganda. 8th seeded Laker team. We go back-to-back finals with an 8th seed making it to the finals. Come on, man. Gotta be done. Gotta be done.
Okay.
But chill, a large part of this too is the fact that Kawhi Leonard has played as many games as he's played.
Which got me to thinking, did Leonard trick me? Or because one of 2 things is about to happen here, Damo. Either he's going to play this great, and this is going to continue, or he's going to fall apart in the next 2 seasons. One of those 2 things are absolutely going to happen. Because I'm not buying he really wasn't that hurt. He was insane. That's why he left San Antonio. Because he told them how hurt he was, and they didn't believe him. And he axed out. We saw him last year break down in the playoffs. We saw him tear his knee up 2 years ago in the playoffs. So one of 2 things is going on here. Either he tricked me or he's going to fall to pieces in the next 2 years. One of those things are happening.
I'm just waiting to see myself. I don't want to say he tricked anybody for the simple. I'll say this. I believe at a certain point he has started to trick people, and I don't want to have that stance firmly because easily we can go into the summer and he's walking around hobbling with his knees the size of tennis of volleyballs, and we're just like, oh, so he really pushed himself this year. So I don't want to just assume, but the optics, how it's looking. He didn't lie to San Antonio. He genuinely was probably hurt in San Antonio. But at a certain point between Toronto and the Clipper years, he was like, you know what? I am the man. They will listen to me. If I say I'm not going to play, they're not going to let me. They're not going to make me play. I don't got to play. So I'm just not going to play. I solely believe that at a certain point, Kawhi was like, maybe I can get away with murder. Let's find out. And was getting away with murder for a certain period of time. And now he's like, okay, well, I can't get with him. I can't get away with it no more. F it, let's hoop. And now he's hooping. Maybe this is the whole reason he was load managing to the degree that he was. He knew at a certain point in time, I'm going to have to really hoop up again. Let me preserve myself for the latter half of my career. Why kill myself now when I can preserve myself to have longevity?
Yeah, and Kawhi has been balling this year. I've enjoyed seeing every moment of it, every bit of it. And honestly, Kawhi gets that 3rd ring, boy. Hey, it's going to be a nasty summer. Nasty summer.
It's the idea that I got tricked. Is it possible that I possibly got tricked? I don't know, man.
I can't wait to start pushing the Kawhi Leonard is ready to be in the GOAT conversation before Kevin Durant. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, so if you are out there and haven't liked the video yet, because it's 400 likes and it's 1,700 people in here, go ahead and smack that like button. Also, today on Playback, prowess.tv. We going up today. We going up as usual. It's going to be a watch party with Ox and JD watching the Dallas Mavericks and the Philadelphia 76ers. And right after that, me and Headache Gang, J-Rob and Bama, we're going to take over the reins, and we're going to watch a little bit of everything that's going on tonight. We got some good games tonight, so y'all be sure to tap in. If you haven't checked out Playback, it's a lot of crazy things going on over there, good and bad, but nonetheless, always entertaining. Never a dull moment here on PC. More super chats. I got one from MP13. He said, LeBron on the Kings, and you'll be taking the ball away from Fox. And he does what? Become a spot up and occasionally creating his own shot? Then what does Bron do off the ball?
Nothing.
Not just that, Sabonis is going to be off the ball too. I mean, there's only one basketball, so
And they
Sabonis is
run it
going
off.
to be Sabonis is going to be off ball now.
more than you guys think. I will say that.
It's not. I don't think that LeBron doesn't play off the ball. I just think in terms of if you're gonna just throw LeBron James in the middle of the season on the team, I don't think. And maybe he will. You know, he's older. He's one of the smartest players in the NBA. Maybe he will just be like, you know what? Let me just buy into the system. Everything that led up to this point, and he shows me, he does not just buy into systems really well. At least to what I know. Maybe I just don't know systems, but everything has a shift wherever he goes that favors how he likes to play ball or what he's more comfortable with. I just don't see him being able to go in the Kings and being like, all right, bet I'm going to fulfill a super Harrison Barnes role. Like I don't see
I
that.
do think the Kings offense is too motion heavy for LeBron, but he does play off the ball. I just don't think the Kings is a great fit, but he does.
And to take the
y'all
ball
are
out
all
of
tripping. Tripping.
Why, Don? Why, Ron?
Because do you know the talent that we're talking about?
I can appreciate that, but
you don't just win because of you're more talented.
no, that's not the way you win. No, that's not.
And on top of that, hold on, wait. Who coaches the Kings?
Mike Brown.
The man who said that when LeBron was 21, he just said, F a playbook.
Just get out the way. Right. Just get out the way.
Be you.
And let him know.
With, with three supreme playmakers, I think that they get it done over there. I sincerely believe
but
that.
Then you
what y'all talking about, bro?
The LeBron on the Kings. Like
but then you just run into the problem of redundancy. I mean, if you have great playmaker. I mean, Russ was a great playmaker, and that didn't work. And I'm not saying De'Aaron Fox is Russ. I'm just saying if you have multiple guys who play make in similar ways, which is you require the ball in your hands to make plays for other people, they're not all providing that playmaking value on a per possession basis. Because in order for LeBron to be a great playmaker, he has to have the ball and make decisions, which means De'Aaron Fox is not being a great playmaker on that possession. Same thing with Sabonis. So if you have that many great playmakers, they're not all providing that value at the same time. So
yeah, but you I think you're not bringing up the fact, maybe purposely, that the same person doesn't have to play make every time. And on top of that, that's not all they can do. So when you look at it that way, it's like, so if I got three guys that can distribute fairly well, more than likely it's going to be one of them with the ball on every possession. So that, if you ask me, it means it's more chance that we make good plays. On top of that, Harrison Barnes isn't really like the get it and go type, like DeMontis is, De'Aaron is, LeBron is. So now it's like with that being said, now we're getting even quicker on the break. De'Aaron Fox, I think De'Aaron really wants to score. So it's like, all right, now we just feeding you. So while we're saying we have so many good playmakers, I think if we had a guy like Bron, that just allows Keegan Murray and De'Aaron Fox to score the basketball.
It does.
I like the squad. I'm not saying like I hope that happens or nothing crazy like that, but that would be dope though. I think LeBron James is a step, obvious still even to this day, a step above Harrison Barnes with the other things that he brings.
He's
a mountain above.
Respect Harrison, bro.
And on top of that, Bron now has shown the ability to stretch the floor. De'Aaron is shooting a whole lot better. Sabonis, he doesn't shoot him a lot. If Bron got there, he would probably shoot him more, but Sabonis can stretch the floor. So these guys are still threats without the ball in their hand.
Sabonis can do what?
Sabonis can stretch the floor.
No, he can't, Ron. That's not his game.
Yes, he can.
It's not his game.
No,
I started by saying he doesn't shoot much, but Sabonis can shoot the ball. Competent.
I don't think with Bron he just starts shooting more. I think this is DeMontis' offense. Like when he's feeling it, he'll start shooting that three a little bit more. But I don't think that's gonna make him shoot it more. Not at all. But still, I just like you put Bron on the team. that's already a
Yo, Sabonis shoots
low
43 from the field.
from
On
around
1-3 a
Bro,
game.
I'm not gonna lie. We need to stop just using percentages to tell people to say people can shoot. Draymond shoots 43% from 3 this year. That doesn't. He's not stretching the floor.
Over
The
his
They
volume
leave.
is so
They
low.
leave him wide open and say, "Go
Purposely.
ahead and shoot."
Purposely, Mars. That's
I've
part of the
watched
scouting report.
Sabonis play more than anybody here. I watched him every game at Gonzaga. Sabonis has always been able to shoot the ball.
That's
He's
a fact.
just not a
But
high
it's, but
volume
Ron,
shooter.
the thing is, Ron, it's like this argument. The fact that he only shoots the fact that he doesn't shoot a lot of threes is neither it's neither, you know what I'm saying, a plus or a minus. Like, okay,
Right.
that's one thing. What are we even talking about that for? He only shoots one a game.
I'm not arguing about the volume.
He's
I'm
not. But
I'm
what I'm saying is that's not. Yeah, but then when y'all respond to Ron saying that, y'all respond to it like, oh, this is that, like it's a negative. Like, nah, it's not a negative.
It's not a negative.
You know
No,
I
it's not
didn't say that. I just said he can't stretch the floor, and he's
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, see, he could stretch the floor if he shot it more. I don't know. I don't think he stretches the floor as far as his shooting. He stretches the floor to me because you have to apply pressure. A lot of people think if his passing. So if a lot of people think if I back off him, it's gonna make me. Nah, you have to apply pressure to a passer. So I think he stretches the floor in that way. Not in his shooting ability. He stretches the floor because you have to pick him up. When you got a big guy like that attacks, that goes coast to coast, you can't meet him at the 3-point line. You have to stop the ball early because he's coming like a freight train. So I gotta stop him on this side of the half court, slow the ball down. That way he stretches the floor. I think DeMontis does stretch the floor, just not by his shooting.
That's fair. That is
I'm
fair.
fine with that.
That's fair. With that being said, Big Ox, to add James to this offense means that you have to change the offense, because that offense is constructed not just around Sabonis' ability to pass and how Fox plays, but also how Harrison Barnes plays. They're not just running that offense the way that they're running it because of Fox and Sabonis. They're not just plugging in somebody else to fill Harrison Barnes' role. You can't plug in James, who does everything that Sabonis does, who does everything that Fox does, and expect that offense to run as fluently as it does with James in it. Especially considering James plays off the ball. And when James plays off the ball, Mars, James plays off the ball more like in a visionary zone. Like I'm watching the action. He's not playing off the basketball with him being involved in the action. There's not a lot of James down screens, back screens, and things like that. No, that's not a lot going on. The offense in in Sacramento, that offense is constructed that way, though. That's why they play off of Sabonis the way that they play off of him. A lot of action off the basketball. A lot of guys moving around. So if you want to take James off of, you're going to take Harrison Barnes off that crew and put James on there. Now James has to move more. He's got to be off the basketball. He's got to be on the basketball less, and he has to move more. I haven't really seen him that much in that kind of offense. Especially
that was my concern with him off the ball. I agree. He plays off the ball, but the Kings are so heavy motion, and LeBron at this point doesn't really move.
That's an even fairer point. Like that's a fact, Morris.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think LeBron's a good cutter, and he has a good feel for those things, and he can hit a spot up shot. But how comfortable is LeBron James setting pin downs for Keegan Murray? How comfortable is he coming with calls? How comfortable is he actually coming off screens and doing those type of things? He didn't really do that before. When he did do it, he was actually pretty good, and now he's 39, and you're asking him to do it. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to end up getting in a situation where when LeBron doesn't have the ball, it's very stagnant.
But Bron playing on the Kings is probably the craziest hypothetical we've been involved in all year. Like,
I don't even know.
Bron on the Kings is insane. Oh, because we were trying to say that he could plug into any like top team and make him.
We're talking about him getting
that's
traded.
what it was.
We're talking about him getting traded, Ron, and we're talking about him in the top 6 teams, because Big Ox had mentioned the top 6 teams. He could help them of the top 6 teams. And I'm thinking to myself, if James was on Sacramento, how would that work? And
I think it would still work, but it's just like Mars put up a good point as far as like the offense. And that's why I like watching us play, because we'll get into emotional offense and the floor is moving. People are getting into the paint and stuff until Malik Monk starts getting in and just firing up threes and whatnot. Until then, we got to I like the way our offense runs, because we don't see that too much. Like Chilltown, we were talking about Utah the other day. And their offense they were just standing around watching. It was terrible. I hate seeing that.
Mars, I'm watching Utah play Milwaukee. Was it last night they played? They played them last night.
Shout out to Doc Rivers, man. Gotta love blowing leads already, man. Shout out to Doc
telling
Rivers,
you, dudes, Damo, you talking about the Kimba Walker of the. If you watch these dudes in terms of their defense, man, Damo, if you watch these dudes, that 40 that they scored last night in the fourth quarter should have been 60. I don't think
Deontay George.
I did see basically going. And you know who started this, Mars? I'll tell you who started this. Ron's man is the one who started this. Tyrese Halliburton is the one who started this. He's the one. He's basically Buster Douglas. He knocked out Mike Tyson. Now everybody looking at Mike Tyson like, yo, maybe I can beat him too. Maybe I can whoop him too. So now all of a sudden, everybody is looking at Damian Lillard like he is a bucket of extra crispy. Last night, we're still switching ones and fives. That 40 points that I told you that they had in the fourth quarter, Mars, they're switching Damian Lillard on the Lauri Markkanen. He's burying Damian Lillard underneath the bucket. They're not going to him. I'm thinking to myself, if Mike Malone sees this, if any other coach, good coach in the league sees this, they're going to be like, oh, my God, we are so going after him. Every chance we get. Milwaukee, stop switching ones and fives. Knock it off. You're going to get destroyed in the playoffs. Stop doing it.
Shout out to Glenn Rivers, man.
How do they stop it? How do
I'll tell you right now, Big
stop doing what they're doing?
It's very. I'm not going to say it's very easy, but I think it's a fix that is realistic. You know how you stop? You know how you stop switching ones and fives? How about getting around the screen? How about fighting to get around the screen? A ghost screen that's not even there, just fighting to get around it. Lauri Markkanen comes to set a screen on. Lauri Markkanen comes to Damian Lillard. He's not even setting the screen on him. He just comes to him. All Damian Lillard has to do is get around the screen, not necessarily fight to get around the screen, because he ain't setting screens like Zach Randolph or Patrick Ewing or somebody like that. No, he's just coming to him. Instead, Lauri Markkanen knows for it. He basically seals Damian, dives right to the basket. He's wide open. They missed him 3 times. I'm thinking to myself, these coaches are going to get wind of this. They're going to see this very much like Mike Malone did last year against Miami when you're switching Gabe Vincent onto Aaron Gordon. They're going to get wind of this, and they're going to exploit that. In addition to looking at Damian Lillard like he a bucket of extra crispy, and they're going to go after him. And that's going to be the detriment to the Milwaukee Bucks. They're fool's gold. I'm telling you guys, the way this unit is presently constructed, they're fool's gold.
I don't see how they can win. I don't. Unless Giannis is like a lot better than I think he is, and I'd give him a lot of credit if they're able to win this year.
How good do you think he is, Mars? How good do you think Giannis is?
I think he's a top 3 player in the world, maybe the best. And I think he'd have to be all-time top 5 levels in order to win with what's going on right now. Or their offense just hits another level in the playoffs and Dame decides he doesn't want to miss shots. One or the other, because what they'd have to do to win, you'd probably have to run Giannis at the 5, and then he'd probably have to be one of the best scorers we've ever seen. And I don't think he's capable of doing that, but I think that's the only way they can win. I don't see a realistic way they can win. Not with Doc Rivers coaching, not with the defensive pieces they have, not with the offense they run. I don't see how they do it.
There's only one way they can win, man. Dame told you when he got there. He got to start taking 19 threes. Hit 7, 8 of them. Let Giannis be Giannis.
No, Big
that's the only way it's going to work.
Stop.
That's the only way it's going to work.
Put your hand down. No, you're not doing that.
I told you. Yo, Damo, Damo. Talk to him, Damo.
Oh my God.
Damo, talk to him.
I said it when the trade happened. I can't wait for this to crash and burn. I'm with you, Shield.
Talk to him, Damo.
Hey, ye of little faith, nothing. You think I'm gonna sit here and believe in Bay Area Kimba? What? Bay Area Kimba being coached by Doc Rivers?
Run.
See, now you guys are being mean. Dame said he's going through a lot right now, and you guys are piling on.
Listen.
Dame
I'm
going
sticking
through
to
a lot
basketball,
right now.
and I'm sticking to basketball. I'm
That's
not calling him Lamian Lillard. I'm not playing with his name like people did with Westbrook. I'm not doing none of that. I'm sticking strictly to basketball. You Bay Area Kimba.
Yo, whatever's happening off the court, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I have empathy for all humans. Like, whatever, the human part of the game is 100% real. I respect that. I'm not disrespecting that. But whatever's happening off the court is a product. The game on the court is a product of that. So if that's what got you doing this, then it's still a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a fact. Dame said before the season started, are you going to take, what he say, 40 from him or 9 threes from me? He said that. As soon as he said that, I told you. This is done.
Chop it up, man.
Nine
it's all right.
threes,
His
damn.
mind ain't even in the right spot.
9 threes.
33 and 17. Better than your favorite teams. Leave it at that.
It's not.
They're not better than the
it's
Thunder.
not.
Then who?
It's not about the record.
Yeah, this is.
Hey,
Mars has infected everybody. Everybody across the world, you have infected of Mars in one way, shape, or form.
I didn't do nothing, man. Shout out to the Bucks. I got the Bucks winning the chip because I'm gonna push some mean Giannis agendas when they do it.
And I can't
Like
wait
what,
for them
Mars?
to
Like what?
lose in the first round.
If the
get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, if the Bucks win a chip this year, Giannis has peaked higher than everyone except LeBron, Shaq, Jordan, and maybe Hakeem. He's better than everyone else.
So
Is that it? Because I'm still holding my
No,
breath.
you're wrong. You're wrong, Ron. I mean, you're wrong, Mars. You're wrong,
Better
Mars.
than everyone.
He's
that
peaked,
right?
I'm not saying
He's
he
that
peaked
wrong.
better than everybody because to win a championship with a team that in your organization is purposely putting together pieces that do not fit your play, well, not fit your play style, but a team that is not fully optimizing the unit, and you take that team to win with it. Hey man, I'm gonna give him the same courtesy I said I'm gonna give LeBron James if he wins the championship with Russell Westbrook. There can't be somebody better if you do it like this. To win a championship with Dame.
Damo, you do know the trade deadline is coming up on us, right? You guys do know there's going to be some shuffling.
If they get Caruso, I take back everything I'm saying right now. If they get like a legitimate defender to play next to Dame and get rid of Malik Beasley, I'll change everything I'm saying.
How many picks do they have? What picks do they have? Do they have any picks?
They have Marjon Beauchamp and Andre Jackson Jr.
I'm telling you, I don't. And what you call? Aren't the Bulls trying to get a pick out of Caruso?
They have to get a pick for Caruso.
Andre Jackson Jr. is basically a pick. He's a rookie.
No, he's not.
Basically,
No, he's not basically. No.
He's basically a pick.
He's not. A young guy on a rookie deal is not basically a rookie if you're trying to get a pick in the draft. No, that's not
basically a pick.
That's not basically a pick. If they like him, if they like him, it's basically a pick. I don't know if they like him. I don't know if anybody likes Andre Jackson Jr.
They should.
I mean, who can they really get? Maybe Matisse. They could probably get Matisse, right?
He not playing for Doc Rivers. He already said that.
No,
that's been made clear. He not playing for Doc Rivers.
Because I don't think they can afford Alex Caruso. Maybe Matisse, but if he doesn't want to play for Doc, I don't know.
Yeah, Matisse not going back to Doc.
I already told you guys, pick up the telephone, call up the New Orleans Hornets, ask for Herb Jones. They say no.
They're not getting Herb Jones.
Okay, pick up the telephone, call up the Chicago Bulls, ask for Caruso. They say no. Pick up the telephone, call up the Orlando Magic, ask for Isaacs. They say no. Pick up the telephone. They say no.
Pick up the Gary Harris.
Pick up the telephone and call whoever has wing defenders that are available.
You heard who they have to give up. Who is it again?
Marjon and Andre Jackson Jr.
Marjon and Andre Jackson. I mean, somebody you might get steal somebody from Marjon
to get Isaacs. Milwaukee,
Milwaukee would do that, but Orlando's not.
Marjon would be good for Orlando.
Orlando might take Marjon. I don't know.
Not for Isaac.
Yeah.
Are they still high on Jonathan Isaac? I don't know if are they still super high on him? Is that
they should be? I think so.
Orlando's not taking Marjon for Isaac.
No, I mean I think they are. I mean, there's a reason they still haven't moved a guy who can only play 15 minutes for them because they value those 15 minutes. Like I told Chill, Orlando beating the Timberwolves by Jonathan Isaac.
They can't. No, they can't move him because of his contract. Isn't he getting paid like $17 million?
Yeah, but this is last year on that contract, I think.
Well, he's expiring now, but I mean that's why they didn't move him before. They were paying him. You have I'm not gonna say an unmovable asset, but a guy who's deemed injury prone, who can't stay on the court, who's getting paid 17 mil. A lot of teams probably just didn't want that. Am I going?
It's not fully guaranteed, to be fair.
Like, don't talk to me about the LA game, bro. Please don't talk about the LA game, bro.
Not only that, but isn't Jonathan Isaac? If he can only play that many games, if he can only play that many minutes a game. Or what's that going to do for the Bucks in the playoffs?
You play him in closing lineups next to Dame. That's what you.
Well,
you play him 3 minutes in each of like the first like 3 quarters, and then you give him a 6-minute stint to close the game.
If that's all I can get from him, that's not going to win him a championship. So that's so Jonathan Isaac's off the table then. So they can't get Caruso, they can't get Bruce Brown, they can't get Matisse, they can't get Herb Jones. They can't get Herb Jones. They can't get Trey Murphy. I mean, who can they get?
And they can't trade with contenders because no contenders trying to help them out.
Nobody.
So
Nobody.
like maybe they go to Brooklyn and ask for Royce O'Neal, who I don't think is that good of a defender, but maybe like that's the avenue they have to go, like Royce O'Neal.
I was gonna
Maybe
say Rando,
I
but
don't
he
think
hurt.
Marcus Smart is available, but maybe you call and ask about Marcus Smart.
For what?
Something.
No. I understand they would need him. They do not have an asset to give up.
That's what I said. You just call and try to get a robbery. Like it's your due diligence. You have to try and rob someone.
You don't have to try to rob anybody. That's not.
You do. You're
trying to win.
Maybe they call up the Jazz and try to get Fontecchio. Maybe. I don't know.
Real quick, can I answer that last super chat before we go? Avery, I was gonna go to the game. I was gonna go to the Laker game. The seats that I wanted, some stuff came up. I couldn't get the seats that I wanted, so now I'm not going. I could have easily gotten the building. I don't go to games if I can't be seen on TV and actually harass players. I made that commitment to myself.
Me and Damo on the same page. I'm not sitting upstairs. If I'm going to the game, I'm going to. I can watch it on TV if I'm sitting upstairs. I'm not. If I'm going to the game, if I ain't in the first 10 rows, I ain't going.
If I'm not, if I can't yell at the ref and the ref turn around and look at me and be like, "Shut up, fam," I don't want to go. I want to be a nuisance. Especially in Charlotte, what am I going for at that point? What am I going if I'm not going to be able to be a nuisance to Darvin Ham?
LaMelo 26, 8 and 8.
Listen, I'm trying to make the. I'm gonna try to make it to the. No. I'm gonna try to make it to the Indiana game though. The what you call it? I can get seats like right behind the Pacers bench, mad cheap. Like literally, like I can reach out.
That's because no one important's playing. Like.
Exactly.
Hit me on the side, Damo. I'm not flying.
I think Reese should play that game, especially after the last. Wait, what was the last game they played against Charlotte when Melo locked them up for the game? Was that the last game they played? Or did they play after? Reese gotta play.
When is that?
You don't.
When is that
game?
That's
and he put 43 on him too, didn't he?
Yeah,
like
he did.
LaMelo had 43.
I thought Reese had like 43.
That's what I'm talking about. Reese had 43.
Yeah.
Reese had 43 and shut the door on him at the end.
But LaMelo's out.
He's out
again.
I think no. I'm pretty sure he's out. Am I bugging?
No, LaMelo came back.
Melo back.
Oh,
LaMelo's been back.
Melo. So what games I've been watching?
Is he not back? I thought he was back.
Am I bugging?
He played against Minnesota. And that was just last week. He played against Minnesota.
Am I bugging? I ain't been seeing. I ain't been seeing LaMelo. Am I bugging?
Mark,
you ain't been watching Hornets basketball.
LaMelo been back.
Yeah, he been
back.
No,
I know.
Hold on, I'm looking right now.
I know I'm not bugging. I've been watching them play. I know I'm not bugging.
Okay, no.
He hasn't played. I've been seeing Leaky Black and Ish Smith. I know what I've been seeing.
So he didn't play last game. Let's see.
When's the last time he played?
Let me see. I'm going back.
Ron,
the last game he played was against Houston. I remember.
Ron, you and Damo not watching ball, Ron?
The last time he played was against Houston because I remember the Houston game.
If you think I'm watching,
he hasn't played since.
What game was that? He missed the last 5 games.
That was the end of January 26th. He's missed the last 5.
And do we know what's wrong with him?
Ankle.
Yeah,
he plays on the Hornets. That's what's wrong with him. He's on the Hornets. That's what's wrong with him. Let's be honest.
I know he ain't been playing, man.
He's on the Hornets, and they have no direction. I said this in the summertime, and people told me I was crazy. This team has no direction. Their development of players is terrible. They have to draft a actual good player for him to be good. They're not going to develop that many players, and they don't have a winning culture. It's nothing but loserville down there, and it's a toxic work environment.
Losers.
Literally, that quote LeBron just put out about guns and butter, he was talking to the Hornets directly. He gave them boys a guns and butter speech, man.
All right, y'all. I got a super chat from Brunson's disciples. They said, chill. I'm worried for Jalen Brunson, man. I was at the game on Saturday, and folks are saying we are going to win the chip. We build guys up to tear them down. These same people turned on Rando and Melo.
It was the toast of the town, and the minute it didn't work, they're literally tearing Julius Randle posters off the wall. Trade him, get him out of here. Trade this dude. That's New York Knicks fans for you. That is. That's New York for you.
Territory. You want to be the guy that they honestly. What's her name? Was it Becky Hammond? I keep wanting to say Doris Burke, but it's Becky Hammond. Becky Hammond gave him the leeway. She literally gave him an out. She said, "Listen, he's not the one. He's not a super. He's not the one that's going to take you to the promised land. She gave him an out. He double, triple, quadruple down on being the guy. This is what comes with being the guy. Expectations. You can't be the man without expectations. So I don't feel bad for him. He wants that. He wants the spotlight. I'm not gonna say he wants the spotlight. He's not like a diva, but he has the game, and he's obviously going out there putting on performances and showing the world he wants to be in this position. So that being in this position comes with expectations, especially with a Knicks team.
Almighty Lambo said, glad Mars brought it up. Nobody is trying to enter the Marcus Smart sweepstakes, ? All I hear is Caruso.
That's because they literally just got Marcus Smart. So you wouldn't expect them to be like, oh, yeah, let's get off of him now. Like, they just got him, and he's supposed to help. And this is an anomaly year for them. There's not that many years where your superstar face of the franchise player gets suspended the first.
And this is a
25, first 25, and then got hurt. Where could Marcus Smart really go? You froze up, Damo.
Yeah, welcome back.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
My bad.
I don't think he's going anywhere, Big Ox, because again, this is an anomaly season. You figure, to piggyback off what Damo just said, John Morant missed the first 25 games. Desmond Bane has been out for 2 months. No Steven Adams. They didn't have Brandon Clark. Next year, when this crew is back, then they get a better idea of what they have. They don't have that right now. So as of right now, I think they just go. I think this is a wash season. They're looking at draft picks, what they're going to have, moving forward with the draft, and then bringing back this crew next year and seeing what they have.
Yeah, but I mean, just coming off of because they just sent Steven to Houston, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, like doing that, I think that kind of shows like maybe they are willing to kind of let go of some pieces and rebuild while they're down.
They're trying to get Alex Sarr in the draft. That's what they're trying to do.
Exactly. They're setting up. Listen, they watched that episode. They heard me. Hey, shut everybody down. Go get Sarr. And that was the first move into doing that. Listen, man, they listen to us for real. I firmly believe.
Can't sign Tony Snell for the rest of the year. Crazy.
All right, so we got a bunch of new members. So let me welcome all of these guys to the show. Tough Bradley, thank you for officially becoming a member. Lieben Ahmed, what's up, Lieben? T Mac, what's good, T Mac? Jordan Freeman, Jacob Boston, Londani the Genie. Appreciate you for coming through. Who else we got? Double DW. What's up, man? Appreciate you for joining. Avery B, welcome to the party, fellas. Thanks everybody for becoming a new member. Next super chat from Doctor. Doctor said thoughts on MPJ's comments about the WNBA and calling women females.
They hate that calling, they'd be like, any guy that calls women females, that's what they call it, the toxic masculinity.
I didn't know.
But I mean, the thing about it is though, like, he was right. It's just the way, people want you to say it different. But I mean, I don't think he was necessarily wrong. I mean, we talk about it all the time up here. If people aren't watching it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get as much money as you want. So that's just, I mean, it's just the fact, like what he said. They might be the best.
The lower the rim thing was kind of stupid, but
that part, that's crazy. We've talked about that and people bounce it around, but that's insane. It's just a different game, and a lot of people don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I always push how much I like women's basketball, but I'm not pushing like, oh, everybody should watch it. I'm just saying I like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But it's a fact. A lot of people aren't watching it, so you're just not going to get what everybody else gets. Like it was a good point how he said the best what he said, the best tennis players or whatever, or the best ping pong or whatever sport he tried to use, they're the best at what they do, just like we're the best at what we do. But a lot of people aren't watching that either. So, you know what I mean? It's a fact, bro. It's a fact.
Yeah, I didn't really take anything that he said. I don't think he was wrong with anything, but I want to know what can we call women if we can't call them females?
I did not know we was doing that.
You're supposed to call them women.
You're supposed to call them women, right?
I did not know we was okay.
Yeah, they say if you say female, you just like using it for like livestock or what I'm saying, something like that.
What?
But yeah, it's 2024, Chilltown.
Yeah,
y'all gotta get with it.
Or are they females?
What is
yes, Ron, but they're women.
A basketball player is the same thing as an NBA player. Like,
Ron.
Well,
Ron,
no, because
Ron,
some people are in the EuroLeague. No, just call them women, and then you don't have this problem.
They want to be called women.
An NBA player is the same thing as a professional player.
Ron, you're fighting a pointless battle. They want to be
Yeah,
called women.
I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna.
It's not difficult to call. It's not difficult to call them women and then not have this problem.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think the word females is objectifying or disrespectful, just sort of save yourself an argument. You can just call them women. It's not that difficult.
I mean, it is okay.
There
I mean,
you
it
go.
is.
All right. They don't like it. Fine.
What about it?
It's not difficult.
I mean, it is. I'm not gonna make this.
I mean, at that point, Ron, just call them the reproductive species. You know, just call them that.
Yeah, but not all women. Not all women can reproduce.
Not
all women can reproduce.
I'm not doing that. Like I had to listen to
the reproducers. Just call them the reproducers.
Your ass to go to jail doing that.
Are you saying women that can't reproduce aren't women?
Yo.
Okay.
No, Ron. He absolutely right.
Domo trying to get canceled. Just call them women. Just call them women.
I had to listen to this chick talk about. I'm not. They're not women. They're birthing people. My mother is not a birthing person. What the hell? No, she is not.
Alvin Bruton Games said, if y'all were the Temptations, Ticket would be David Ruffin and Shaq would be Otis. LOL.
That's a crazy way to put it.
So what line would have been said?
I don't even know what they talk about. I ain't never seen
nobody coming to see you, Otis. Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Shit. That's hilarious.
MP13 said ebooks are whack, Ox. You guys can't take your 2 weeks in a row. I'm not trying to find someone new to listen to when I'm at the gym. I need the pod.
MP, just so you know, we not going nowhere. Okay, we took the hiatus to clean up some things. We not going nowhere. Relax, brother. Do not worry about that.
Nah. We're taking 2 weeks off at the start of every month now. From now on, that's how we do it for the rest of the year. 2 weeks off.
Hey,
man,
pick up a book. 21st.
Pick up a damn book. That's what you need to do. Read a book. You can do 15 minutes a day. Just read a book, man. But ebooks are fire too, though. I like ebooks. I'm about to hit the gym as soon as we get done with this. I'm gonna probably listen to a book or something.
Prince Ali Rogers said, just saw a video of Wilt arguing with Russell on the court, and it was in color. That 100-point game looking sus.
It happens. I believe it happens.
I don't believe it happened. I think he got to like 96, and it was like, who's gonna care?
I think he had 107, and they just said 100's a nicer number.
That's what I was asking, Mars. If it was 100, could it have been 105? Could it have been 103?
200.
Landini, the genie, said Dubs fan here. Maybe a crazy take, but I think the Dubs should trade for Drummond to help out this 6'10" team and this center. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. Any center would help y'all right now. Hell, sign Kai Jones for all I care. Anybody would help. Y'all just need a big. Y'all are in the same situation as the Thunder. Y'all just need a big body there to be another big body. Actually, y'all worse because y'all don't have anybody over 6'10", right? Like there's nobody.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said
I thought Dario was 6'9".
He might be 6'10". I don't know, but yeah, that's too small.
Yeah, they're small.
Draymond's at the 5 now.
Yeah.
That worked 8 years ago, but
y'all need anybody at this point. Go get Zaza back at this point. Like just any big presence.
James B said, speaking of playback, someone got banned on there for talking sports from somebody on the panel. They know who they are.
Yeah, I do. He's talking about me. That's what we talking about, right? So he was talking about me. We're having a show on playback, Big Ox, and we talking basketball. This goofy want to come on here and talk about Derek Jeter, and he want to talk about me being Jeter Town. Get your ass out of here. We ain't doing that. Hell no, we are not doing that. Beat it, goofy. Get your ass out of here.
It's just so I'm not. I am laughing at it because y'all got to understand, like y'all not on chill with chill. So I'll be seeing it.
Yo, James.
I had literally had to sit here for 2 hours, keep my mouth shut because I do what I can to be professional. Sit there for 2 hours and watch that dude, him who talks about me, right? Talks about me being sensitive, but him and his cronies insult me for 2 hours. They was not involved in the conversation at all. But for 2 hours, these dudes insult me. And because I'm on a playback and I don't want to listen to that, I'm wrong. Man, get your peanut brittle head ass out of here. Hell no.
Damn,
I don't think
peanut
so.
brittle.
Fuck out
Yo,
of here.
James, buddy, I got your bail. And it's not too high. It's not almighty
Get out of
Lambos.
here. Beat it.
You know, and it's not Y8MS, but I got your bail. I got your
Fuck outta
price.
here.
You want to get out of playback jail? Hit
I'm
me
just
with
supposed to
side.
listen to
Buddy,
these. I'm
buddy,
just supposed
buddy
to
in
listen
playback
to
jail
these
too.
dudes. I'm supposed to just listen to these dudes, just talk about me, and I just gotta just deal with it and just listen to it. And I'm crying. Get the fuck out of here. I don't have to put up with that. I don't, and I won't. I will not.
Just slide me $25 on Cash App, man.
If you slide that,
I'm not gonna
you
fix
might
it.
get out.
I'm not gonna fix nothing to put on no bill. I just want $25. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not gonna put the word in for you or anything. I'm just send me $25, gang.
Well, Almighty has put $5 down to your bill. You got 95 more to go, or not 95, 70 more to go. You'll be out. All right.
Holla at me, James B.
Keeping it lit. Styles Blackman in the house said, Shaq, y'all need to personalize. Y'all need more personalized merch with some of the popular sayings from the panelists.
Yeah, we need terrorists.
Like taglines. Yeah.
Nah. No terrorist merch until
Mars,
I
we
get
are
terrorist
not
merch
Mars.
first. I need to. I ain't trying to be like Ox. I don't want to be asking for the where my hoodie at, and you got terrorists on it. Nah, we personalize the merch. Make sure we get the merch. It's personalized.
I'm gonna hit the UPS dude when we get off the show.
Ron, I'm tired of you hitting the UPS dude. You've been hitting him for 2 weeks now. What's the
hitting
problem,
wrong
Ox?
dude, man. Whoa.
What's going on, Ox? Did you get your hoodie yet? We've been having this conversation. For
I'll
how
be
long,
right
Ox?
back, chill, because
This is nonsense. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm sick of hearing this from him, Big Ox. He been telling you for weeks now that he waiting for the UPS dude. He been talking to the UPS dude. Still no merch. What's the problem, Big Ox? When are you gonna get your gear? I'm sick of you, Ron.
the room had to air out right quick. It had to air out. By the way,
Ron just
it's
went
the
to go hit the UPS dude.
it's
You got that tracking number, Ron?
Jamaica's Choice said, I'm a Warriors fan. Damn. But damn, the Hawks killed us with bodies, with Capella and a Kongu. We need goddamn blood clot bigs. Trade Mooney and Wiggs.
Man, a blood clot wigs. Man, a blood clot bomb.
Now, shout out to Steve Kerr, though, because if you're getting killed by bigs, you know what you do? Put Klay Thompson at power forward. That's high IQ, coach. That's high IQ. Hey, we're getting killed on the board. So you know what? Klay Thompson at the 4.
Steve Kerr is a small ball merchant. I called it. I said it. That man, his game plan for anything. Go small. Hey,
it worked. It worked when he had Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? Those was the good old days.
Got basically 20 games on us. Yeah, let's run a 4-guard line.
Yo,
4-guard lineup with Klay at the 4.
It really looked like Steve Kerr. Maybe Steve Kerr just too smart for his own good. I don't know. It just looked like Steve Kerr just do. It looked like he just do anything. I'll be watching like, okay.
We need to stop giving people credit for
I don't know, boys.
That's
I'm just saying. Maybe I can't relate. I'm just looking like I wonder what he did that for. You know what I'm saying? And he just be doing that all game, just do anything. I'm like, bro, what's I'm trying to get with it. I'm like, what is he thinking right now?
Nah, I don't think we need to give credit for coaches just for doing anything. I don't think just doing anything is a valuable strategy. We should be praising. Nah, you should have a legit
next
game
level
plan.
Intelligence. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, going small is not an adjustment. I'm not giving no coaches credit for going small anymore because that seems to just be the go-to adjustment, and they do it whether it's right or wrong.
Mars, the reason why
Jackson Davis didn't get like I don't. They're killing us on the boards. Yeah, let's run Steph, B Pods, Lester Quinones, however you say his name, and Klay. That's the answer. No.
You know what the next adjustment about to be, right? You know what the next like worldwide adjustment about to be in the NBA. Hey man, F it. 6'8" everything. 6'8" and above everything on the court. Make sure everything's switchable. And that's gonna be the way to stop it.
The Raptors we're trying to start that.
It's a couple teams. I'm about to say Orlando, the Raptors, Minnesota can get. Honestly, Minnesota, depending on what they do going into this
when they take Mike
really
Conley out the
establish
lineup, they have a pretty switchable.
When they put Nickel out there with Anthony Edwards, and that's pretty long.
When Ben Simmons plays for the Nets, they have a very switchable lineup too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you good today?
What?
Are you good
Focus,
today?
Damo. You good, Damo. Focus, brother. Focus. So Jaden McDaniels. So you got Jaden McDaniels on the floor. Jaden McDaniels, Cat, Rudy. Who am I thinking about? Slow Mo. Because I think Slow Mo goes 6'7".
That's another one.
Goes to 6'8". And
Ant.
Actually, Nas Reed is who they go with. Yep, Nas Reed. That's their lineup.
They got options. They have multiple lineups.
They killed us with size.
So that's about to be the new. That's about to be the new wave. There's already a couple teams sprinkled up, and all teams on the up and up. Another team that can do that. Utah. Utah's another team that, if they really want to, they can get away with playing relatively bigger. I know their guards are still small, but for the most part, they can play with some size to a degree. Like, yeah, that's about to be the new meta in the NBA.
Don't forget OKC. Shea.
OKC.
Shea's the smallest person that they put on the floor.
Don't forget about Houston when Amen Thompson gets more minutes.
Very true.
So that lineup they had in last night against Toronto, they went Shea, Lou Dort, Chet. Who else am I thinking about? They went Shea, Lou Dort, Chet, Giddey. They had somebody else on the floor too. Not Tom, not Wallace, but they had somebody.
Isaiah Joe, a shooter.
No,
was Isaiah Joe.
Are you talking about the closing lineup?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Aaron Wiggins.
That's who it is. Aaron Wiggins. I don't know how big he is. I haven't really.
He's like between 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, because they had a small lineup in last night. They didn't have a huge lineup in last night. They didn't.
They need more big men to be able to do it
if he was available. So that would have been another 6'8" dude out there.
J-Dub is not 6'8". J-Dub is like 6'6".
J-Dub's 6'6". He just has a very long wingspan. So
yeah, and he's bulky, and he's a bigger dude.
He's more like a 6'9" dude. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of
built like a 6'9".
In terms of dimensions, yeah, but he's actually 6'6". He's just he looks bigger. It's like how Desmond Bain looks shorter than what his height is because his little stubby arms.
He got them. Yeah, he does.
Hey, boys, he really looked 5'10".
He do, Rick. And some stubby little short arms.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got a few super chats, so let's go ahead and get through these in these last couple minutes. Almighty Lambo said, "People lie sometimes, Captown, just like you lie about the Cavs not winning the East."
So the Cavs are winning the East then?
Yeah, he thinks they are. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yo, chill.
Okay. It's crazy, right, Big Ops? It's nuts, ain't it?
Yo, chill. What's up with these dudes? You can't let them talk to you like that.
It's crazy, right? It's the goofiest logic, man. Crazy.
Brack said, quote unquote, "Tell me, were you in the joint the night Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points?" Anybody? Nobody?
I was not there, Mars. I was not.
Yeah, whatever you say.
I was not there. I was not alive during that time.
No, I don't even hear stories of people who grandparents was there. Like there's so many iffy things about it. You don't even hear
grandparents. There's only 3,000. Almost 300 million people in America.
Okay, somebody had a relative that was at the game that could have told the story. At least,
yeah, but we didn't tell the whole country. We talking about the people in that region of America. They have enough descendants to where they would have told the story of seeing 100 points.
Somebody would have told the story. Yo, my granddad was one of the, I was gonna say cameraman, one of the newspaper writers in attendance.
That's where Carmelo got the footage from. He said Carmelo knows someone who was at the game, so Carmelo has the footage. So someone did share the story.
Then he said the NBA has like an archive of just tons of footage of the NBA that they just.
So show it then. Show it then. If you got it, show it.
Nah, but you gotta keep it mystery, man. You gotta keep it.
I'm telling, hey, Damo, I'm already starting the campaign. I'm doing it. I'm putting it out there, Damo. I'm starting the campaign from that last super chat. I'm starting it.
You know, I just want to throw this out there real quick, Ron. Nobody has ever, I've never heard anybody tell the story of the night Muhammad Ali knocked out what's his name? Ken Norton.
Right.
No, nobody. I ain't never heard nobody's grandparents tell that story. I've never heard it. So, you know what I'm saying? So I've never heard it.
Yeah,
have you looked for it?
Well, I didn't say it didn't happen. I'm just saying nobody's ever told the story. You know what I'm saying? So and that was one of the craziest things in boxing.
There's no pictures, no footage, nothing of it.
Oh, it's footage, but nobody ever talks about it.
Nobody talks about it because it's footage. We can watch it.
No.
So you don't talk about it just because you see it on TV?
No, I'm saying the difference. The reason why The reason why it's not a legion of people echoing the stories and going word of mouth of it is because there's footage. They can be like, hey, yo, look at Muhammad, knock him out. They watch it. Look, it's right here.
It's fake footage. Fake footage.
Nah, it wasn't fake footage. I get what you're saying, Damo, but that's just not how that works, though. Like just because I can show it to you, don't mean people don't talk about it. Like those was historic boxing events. You know what I'm saying? Like people talked about it.
Yo, we got a super chat from Dirt TV. Dirt said, Damo, ESPN is notorious for stealing y'all lingo. If they steal unethical buckets, sue them.
Oh, I'm already letting you know now. NBA Twitter done got a whiff of the ethical and unethical logic. They're already using it. I seen somebody tagged me in a tweet earlier. Somebody was talking about France's game, and they quote tweeted it. Yeah, hashtag ethical buckets, 0 free throws. I was like, oh, okay. We just throwing it out there now. That's how it starts. First, NBA Twitter gets a wind of it, and then mainstream NBA media gets a hold of it. It's okay though. Y'all know where y'all heard it first, right here.
Candy Game Her ASMR, I think, said just a heads up. Female is disliked because no one says males for men. Also, female is often a placeholder for bitches.
Is it?
I don't know who.
When you talking
I'm not
about
even gonna argue that with you. I'm not even gonna argue that with you.
It's to Ma's point. It's a real easy fix.
Yeah,
right.
like I'm gonna be honest.
This is a
as
real
someone who just doesn't like confrontation. If it can be avoided, just avoid it. If they don't want to talk with females, there's no way the word females is so ingrained into your mind that you feel the impulse to say it.
Now, Mars, you will be surprised. You will be surprised how many people are stuck on what they believe, especially.
Yeah, some. I'm gonna be honest. You hear a woman doesn't want to be called females, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna call you a female anyway. Like you just looking for confrontation.
That's all. I was about to say that, Morris. There's so many people out here that they just doing it just to make her mad. Like
like you just trying to be difficult. I don't know why you'd want to do that and annoy someone and then have an argument and be like, well, we can't call you females. And then what's next? Like, shut up, just call them.
Fellas, I got to read through these super chats. I need y'all to let me get through these. Jamaica's Choice said, Rudy 2018 Defensive Player of the Year season stats. Wemby already has more in the first 43 games. Wemby a Defensive Player of the Year at least 2 times in the past. 06 KB MVP in 2024 and leading in scoring.
If defensive stats is just steals and blocks, I mean, sure, I guess. Nice.
I mean, Wemby better than Gobert. Are you surprised?
Yes. All of a sudden said anybody answer but Mars, specifically why is football, soccer so much bigger as a sport than everything else by such a large margin? Anybody?
That's a good question.
Easy, because it's so easy to just pick up and play without needing equipment. Any sport that requires the least amount of equipment is super popular worldwide. Well, I'm not gonna say super popular worldwide, but it's easier to get into for like kids and stuff. So soccer, you just literally you put up 2 cans to be the goal, and as long as you can get a ball or something ball-like, you're playing soccer or football. Sorry.
One could argue track and field should be the most popular sport. Then you gonna do is run.
I mean, low key,
it is. I mean, all kids race. I mean, every kid races. You know what I'm saying? Like,
low key, it is.
I don't know one place in the world where it's not kids outside. Like, okay, I'll race you to that car and back. Like everybody doing that everywhere.
But then why don't they pursue it then?
Well, fellas, I guess we gotta move on. Yeah, Maker's Choice said SGA better than it. Leading the league in scoring.
He meant JT.
Better than JT. Leading the league in scoring, steals, better defender, etc. SGA has a ever so slightly worse team. They deeper though.
I can't even believe this is a conversation. I'm good. I'm straight.
Yeah, same. I can't believe this conversation.
Yeah.
MP13 said, watching Klay shot selection and watching him be a terrorist on the court drives me insane. Someone tell him that it's over, please. He's done.
I think he knows that.
Steve Kerr told him that.
I think he knows it.
He knows it's over. Well, does he pursuing a big contract? But besides the point.
Ladarius said, facts, Showtown. I've been watching Golden State since Baron Davis and Dale Davis played for a bit. They do have a strong fan base. Liban Ahmed said, thoughts on Embiid injury and who is the MVP frontrunner now that he's looking like he's going to be ineligible?
Joker.
Yeah.
Your Highness Charles said, fellas, the cheapest Super Bowl ticket is $8,200. Guess what I'm choosing to watch it on my couch for free? $99.95. Happy Monday. Free 95.
Good choice.
You got cheaper than $3.99? Hook me up.
Put me on.
How you do that?
Put me on to that.
Your Highness Charles also said, chill. Cam Thomas over the last 12 games has averaged 27, 4, and 4 on 53, 41, 88 splits. Man, you've been right about this guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Bucket getter.
Yeah.
Honorable said, a woman is a female. It's a scientific fact. It's a simple concept. This society has a problem with anything. Laugh.
I call you a
And
woman.
Honorable is one of those people who has a hard time talking to women.
Yeah, good for you, man.
There's fights to pick, Mars, and this ain't one. This is not one of them. You want to be called a woman? There you go. Woman it is.
Be nice, fellas. Be nice.
D Barber 1313 said, Ron got to balance every good take with a bad one. I typically try to go good, bad, good, bad.
I was just about to say that. Ain't nothing even
one,
about
two,
it. Even it
one,
out.
1 2 1 3 1 2 1 3. You gotta, it's a repetition. Wayne said, dub Killian Hayes trade request. Jamaica's Choice said, watch how you was talking about my favorite player, Mars. Jamaican's gonna be on you.
You don't want no problem with them, Mars. You don't want no trouble with them Jamaican dudes.
I don't know who's his
That's all I
favorite.
gotta say.
James Wiseman.
Oh man, I'm Jamaican too. Bumble Club. Like, what we talking about? Yeah.
Yo, the press box is coming up next. We will be on playback a little later today. Appreciate everybody that tuned in from front to back. And even if you just popped in for a little bit, appreciate you for coming to the party. We will be back tomorrow with another hot topic in the same crew. Y'all be cool.
Later. Catch you guys tomorrow. Out. Yes, sir.